Everything a-okay, I think. And now, let's see. I think everything's in working order. Including another plot-tastic Pinkie Pie picture. Maybe I should just show off some not safe for work stills. Maybe that'll get you guys interested. Anyways. Time to add some people.
Are you gonna let it all hang out? Fat bottom girls, you make the rockin' world go round.
My fucking ears!
Oh my god, that's a way to make an entrance.
Well, now let me just get on with the other deals. Here, Starr also wanted to be a part of this thing. Let's hope whoever he tries to drag in isn't busy. Although, right now, right away, just the saying, Mean Spirit's also having his deal to deal with as well.
I'm not surprised.
Hello, Governor.
Hey, hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor.
Get ready to listen to some fun fiction while I play some SSX on tour on the GameCube.
Your console, if only I could imagine the look on your face when I surprised you like that.
I didn't even hear it. I was.
He went completely Queen on me. I think he went completely Freddie Mercury at the moment. Because
afraid to go to war, got a hit song called My Way, but someone else wrote it. You're the least talented man in your.
more like the reaction. They're perfect.
Just a skinny lad, never knew no good from bad, but I knew life before I left my nursery. Yeah, left alone with big fat Fanny. She was such a naughty nanny. Hey, big woman, you made a bad boy out of me.
How about this?
Band that you're going to see beside me at MagFest 2013.
Just so you know, Keiro, just look at the picture that I'm using as a still.
Dear Lord. Something tells me we're in for a. Oh! Yes.
You're in for a treat as you were about to conclude that sentence.
I think I was about to say we were going to be in for some shit, but now I'm not so sure.
Well, as long as that ass doesn't shed, I think we'll be perfectly fine.
I get the feeling today's fic is going to deal with Pinkie, isn't it?
I don't know. Inverted didn't even tell me what the fanfic is. I just went on a whim and went with whatever picture happens, well, within restrictions of fucking Minicam.
Well, just FYI, we're still pending on the finalization to Flutterbox because the final chapters were already posted. We're still pending on that. Just
Let me tell you, I already finished Flutterbox with Nightflower, but let me tell you, this fanfiction, if I can find it, is quite a surprise.
What is it about skateboarding games, snowboarding games that are so fucking awesome?
Anyways, let me just I had the page on fanfiction.
You're a different kind of gamer than Keiro. Mine, I prefer to either shoot, drive, or just walk around and beat people.
I mean, I don't care much for freaking the skateboard. I don't care much for like skateboarding or snowboarding in real life. But you put it in a game, I'll fucking play it. I will.
I can't drive or shoot worth a shit in real life, but hey, I do fair enough in games. Probably because I don't have to deal with.
I mean, I like shooting and I like shooting and driving as much as the next guy, but there's something about skateboarding and snowboarding that is just so fucking awesome.
Yeah, I see.
All right, so if I can just find, I think I had it somewhere. Where is it?
At
fucking
least
tree in my way.
At least now I don't have to worry much about limits because I finally YouTube got off its fucking ass and managed to remove that copyright strike.
Heard about that.
Yep. I think I'm going to remove that EMV.
Actually, what I'm going to do later after this fanfic reading is I'm going to record my... I'm going to do the same thing. You know the video Elliot did where he was talking about, you know, his leukemia and stuff like that? I'm gonna do the same thing, but it's to plug our new channel, G Moderation X, our presentation at MagFest and all that stuff. Pretty much an update video.
Well,
Elliot,
that's your deal.
Elliot, if you didn't know, Gonzo is Keiro 706.
Oh, really? So the real guy who's ended up portraying himself in several of the Elliot Goes to School videos.
Yes.
That's him.
Yeah.
And he was diagnosed with leukemia.
Oh, really? Well, that's a fucking bummer.
Anyway, so let's see if I can get... Uh-oh.
So he did an announcement video where it was the first time he ever did it, but he did it while playing this trippy game. I think it was Uncharted. I don't know. So I think I'll do the same thing to promote our new channel, G Moderation X, and our appearance at MagFest. I even got some people aware of it. You know this show called Continue on YouTube?
No, I haven't.
Well, it's just three guys who sit in front of a game that is sent to them. They play it, and then they tell you whether they'd continue playing it or they'd game over it or they'd not play it again, you know? So we talked to those guys. They're pretty cool, you know. They actually hook up with us over at MagFest, so we're already like trying to get a click thing going over there, you know, a click, you know,
I see.
So
Anyways,
we're already starting to build a name for ourselves in that area.
so far so good. At least you guys will probably be able to go to whatever local area conventions that would have you, or at least ones that are easily accessible by train. What, MagFest was in what, Maryland, or am I thinking BronyCon?
Yeah, Maryland, National Harbor.
I think it's accessible by train. Never mind. Never mind, though. Really, because I want to restrict myself to at least one a year, or at least get to plan going to a con with enough time for me to at least try to save up myself some money, despite having to deal with some low income.
Yeah, you know how it is, man. I mean, and with difficulty, they're letting me go to this convention. You know, the family being you know, without the money that it is right now. But
Yeah.
you know, the fact that they're actually putting out the expenses and everything to let me go to this convention is something that I will always be grateful for, no matter what.
I think
mean,
we're starting to lose focus here.
We're waiting on you to find the fanfic.
We're even focused.
I'm looking... Uh-oh.
Don't tell me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Did somebody take it... Ah!
It took it down, didn't it?
God damn it.
Just what kind of content was in it that it had to be removed?
I would have copy-pasted it to a doc in Word, but I was just
Hell,
too lazy.
that's too... Number one, that'll be lengthy depending on how many it is. Dude, no, you got to use this little tool. It's like, what's it called? There we go, Fanfiction Downloader. Shit, all you got to do is just copy the URL and it downloads it for you in whatever format you choose.
I would have done that if I was just
Are we doing a plug
lazy.
here or something, or what's
It's
the deal?
too bloody out of my mind to do. Yes! Found it! Okay, we're good.
Thank you.
Okay, you guys ready for this one? Because this is a real winner.
What kind of a winner are we talking about?
Easy, one at a time, Gonzo.
What kind of a winner are we talking about? Are we talking about Grimdark? Are we talking about
No, it's
crazy?
not Grimdark. It's not Grimdark. It's certainly crazy, and because it's Pinkie Pie centric.
I'm gonna start thinking cloperific too, because I don't know. You have a strange thing.
What?
You have a strange thing of finding the most odd clopics.
Whoa! Pull a backflip out of my ass.
I think you're gonna have to get the snowboarding off for while we're reading this fanfic, Carol.
Yeah, don't worry. I have the volume muted, so I'm just listening. Don't worry. It's not like I have to watch. I just listen.
Alright. Alright, so, yes, another Pinkie Pie fanfic, which seems to be something I specialize in. And if you couldn't tell, that little quip from Queen I sang is relevant.
So I incidentally chose big ass Pinkie Pie, emphasis on big ass, out of pure but utterly significant coincidence.
Maybe.
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 Okay, maybe.
In your mind.
Maybe I should get to the fanfic and let's get into it.
Start explaining. Start it off.
Okay, I'll get to it. The fanfiction in question tonight is The Pudge by Just Another Brony.
The
Pudge.
Pudge?
Yes.
Oh wait, hold on. If I think about it, sounds kind of like Pudge from Strong Bad, and the Pudge kind of remind me of The Thing. So
I was thinking something else different. I was thinking of the horror film The Grudge. Why?
No. We're not going to be having Pinkie Pie going.
No, that'll be Fluttershy, because I believe there was a picture about that. Anyways, what's going to happen? You might as well just start reading right there.
Well, I was just going to do that, my friend.
Something tells me we're in for a ride, ladies and gentlemen. Better sit back and grab the popcorn.
Sit back, grab a chair, sit back, slip. Let's listen and let's read. This is The Pudge by Just Another Brony. Chapter 1. It was an early summer morning. The sun shone brightly above in a cloudless sky, and the temperature was comfortably warm. Such a wonderful start to the day was made possibly largely thanks to the efforts of the Pegasi of the local weather patrol team. The 5-pony team had gotten up at the crack of dawn in order to clear out the clouds. And of course, it was also thanks to the daily blessing of the princess. Under this perfect morning sky in a wide open field next to the northern train line leading to and from the town of Ponyville, a herd of dairy cows were grazing with content, basking in the heat of Celestia's sun. For the last half hour, the only sounds to have been heard in this corner of Equestria were the chirping of birds in the hedgerows, the gentle breeze blowing through the air, and the occasional casual moo from a satisfied cow. However, a little bit past 8:30, this tranquility was shattered by the abrupt arrival of clopping polar ponies.
What?
The abrupt arrival of clopping polar ponies' hooves.
Polar ponies. Okay, I get crystal ponies, but polar ponies? Really? Let me do my best Miz impersonation. Really?
Anyway, the abrupt arrival of clopping polar ponies' hooves, the blast of a steam whistle, and the gentle but resounding of passenger carriages as the third train of the day began to approach. There, see? It's just a train.
Well, at least that saves us the worries.
The two cows closest to the tracks leisurely lifted their heads at the sudden sounds of the pony-drawn train. They stopped there lazily chewing on the damp grass of the field to watch it pass by with mild curiosity. The train was being drawn at speed by 4 large, powerfully built earth pony stallions wearing engineering caps and overalls. Now, somebody want to explain, because I haven't seen the Over a Barrel episode yet. Is that really how the trains moved?
Yeah, I believe so. Some of them...
I did. I mean, if you look at the Crystal Pony episode, I mean, that's the only time I've seen the train, but I guess.
Yeah, I actually do know some of them do. Some of them are pulled by these buff stallions, and the others are steam powered, like your old fashioned locomotives of like during the 1800s.
I was about to say they were powered by, I was about to make a joke saying they were powered by Gabe Newell.
No, Gabe Newell, no way.
By the way, Gabe Newell said Pinkie Pie's best pony, 2-story.
Great!
Like
Coincidence!
Next
thing you know.
Anyways, let's get back.
Oh, yeah.
The locomotive was a dull metal gray, while the 4 carriages behind it were of the shiniest silver. Well, that doesn't seem right. Why should the locomotive get the worst thing and the 4 carriages get the 4-star treatment?
Tell that to Amtrak.
Touch yourself like, moving on!
Proudly displayed upon the sides of each carriage, written in black, blocky letters, was the company name Great Northern Railways. The cows only had a brief glimpse of this speeding machine, though, as it wasn't long before it was past them completely. When the train was out of sight and the noise of it had departed from their ears, one cow turned to another with a disapproving look. "Train's running late again," she drawled. "Yup," replied the other. Then they shook their heads and resumed grazing. So this guy took a page from Applebuck season, didn't he?
You could just ask. There's also a little bit from Talking Sheep from, what was it? Sisterhood Social?
Yeah, Sisterhood Social. You got it right.
Or wasn't it that one episode? Which was the name of the one episode where Applejack got those cows to stop almost
Applebuck
This
season.
is not the
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the movie.
Okay.
Okay.
On
okay,
board the
continue
train,
on, continue on.
on board the train, seated in the third carriage on the left-hand side in the seat closest to the window, was a bright pink filly with shining blue eyes. She had a long curly mane which resembled cotton candy. Her cutie mark was comprised of 3 bright and colorful balloons, one yellow and the other 2 blue. Her name was Pinkie Pie.
We
Between her-
figured.
Yes, of course.
Reader
Between her 2
beware,
front
you're for scare.
hooves,
I don't
was a
know
bright-
this sentence.
between
Hold
her
it.
2 front hooves was a bright pink, pinker than herself,
Impossible!
Wait, what?
a bright pink, pinker than herself.
This is not possible!
It's not possible!
9!
My mind!
No, I said 9.
Okay. Between her 2 front hooves was a bright pink, pinker than herself, supersized milkshake cup with a vivid red straw, which she had purchased from the station shop before boarding. Under her seat was her bulging saddlebag. At the start of Pinkie's journey, this bag had been filled with her clothes and toiletries. Here we
At
go
the
again.
beginning?
Apparently, clothes were existed in Equestria.
Well, you're gonna
Wait,
need.
wait,
Well,
wait,
duh.
wait. Hold on.
And
Are they? Well. Are they? Is it? Does it say anthro or human anywhere?
No, it does not. This is
So-
real
It
home.
doesn't make
Okay,
sense.
we're gonna assume quadruped, and yeah, clothes actually
It's
do exist in
quadruped, it's
Equestria.
quadruped.
And no, my luck, if that was a polar train, she's gonna need some clothes because damn, it's cold. I don't know why they wore
wait,
any.
Hold on. Polar train. She going to the Crystal Kingdom or what?
No, let's get back to this. This bag had been filled with her clothes and toiletries, plus Mama Pie's homemade presents for her and all her friends back in Ponyville, and dozens of different types of cakes she had baked for the journey. However, nothing but
Ah,
the
so
cakes
she
now.
went to visit her grandma then,
Pretty
or
much.
her mother.
However, nothing was left of the cakes now, other than the scattering of crumbs all over Pinkie's person. Pinkie was triply glad that she bought the shake now, all the better to help wash those cakes down, which she thought to herself, oh yeah, she ate all those cakes. Wow.
Oh boy, I know. I already know this. I think it's going.
Let's not spoil anything. Let's see where this goes. Seated next to Pinkie was an old brown stallion in a tweed jacket and black bowler hat. He was mostly hidden behind the early edition of Equestria Today, so apparently the New York Times is in Equestria under that name.
Oh god.
I wouldn't say the New York Times.
What about a Washington
only-
Street?
Same thing. With
Yeah.
only his hind legs and hat totally visible to his fellow passengers. He too was covered in the crumbs of Pinkie Pie's cakes, but looked decidedly less happy for it. On each of his flanks was a golden pocket watch,
What?
On each of his flanks was a golden pocket watch, cutie mark, fully open with a hand set at 12 o'clock. Oh my god, is this Dr. Hooves?
No, Dr. Who's was the sand.
Sand
All
clock,
right,
sand
all
clock.
right. He had the hourglass cutie mark. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
I'm
Hourglass, there
thinking.
you go, yeah.
You think
I'm
maybe he
thinking
might
this
be
guy,
conductor? He might be the conductor.
Oh
Probably.
yeah, the
Anyways.
conductor for Setting Time Station, maybe. It's George Carlin. Crap.
I'd sing the Shining Time Station theme, but unfortunately, I wouldn't want to gay this live stream out.
Station will be there
Anyways.
for you.
Shh.
Waiting there for you. Okay, let's get back to this.
Yes.
He cleared his throat and flicked over to the next page with his teeth. Now that the pink filling had settled down for the first time since this journey had began, perhaps he could finally read the paper in peace. That's an
Okay, hold on.
impossibility, my friend.
Just right there. I'm just going to assume that the cake that was on him was just splashback from when Pinkie Pie was eating.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on.
The air of the carriage was filled with the low rumblings of the talkative passengers around them. The clink of stirring spoons and cups on saucers, the occasional cough of the sick little colt up front, and the long, drowned-out slurping of Pinkie Pie as she drew out the last of the shake.
Oh hell, that's not normal train noise. This is normal train noise. 50 different conversations going at once. Not a sniffling noise, but a baby crying. And not one baby. 6 different babies. And not only that, the occasional DVD player, laptop,
You
and
realize
whatever.
we're talking old timey like trains, right?
Carol, I think he's talking about his train trip from and to Equestria, LA.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, but obviously we're talking in the story. I mean, you gotta consider that. You gotta consider that's old old-fashioned kind of train, and you know, not a lot of things are the same in Equestria as they are on Earth. So yeah.
Oh, well.
Anyways, when Pinkie Pie finally reached her limit, she paused for breath, slumping deeply into her seat and sighing contentedly as she did so. As soon as she got her breath back, however, she lazily opened her eyes halfway and muttered in long, drawn-out ecstasy, "Mmm, milky strawberry goodness," before loudly resuming her slurping. Her eyes closed again in pure bliss. The old stallion beside her shook his head and adjusted his paper. And the speaker at the front of the carriage suddenly went, "Attention, passengers," said the voice in the speaker. The passengers all looked up, and the noise in the carriage, except for Pinkie's slurping, began to settle down. "The next stop is Ponyville Station." Pinkie suddenly spat the straw out and gasped at the mentioning of the name. Her eyes had snapped wide open again, like twinkling dinner plates, and a fantastic open-mouthed smile suddenly beamed from her round face.
"Please remain seated until the train has come to a complete stop,"
the voice continued.
All right there, you can already tell Pinkie Pie is not going to heed that order.
Pretty much. However, whatever it was the voice said after that, Pinkie just did not know, because she was too excited to continue listening. Dropping the milkshake cup, Pinkie Pie rotated sharply in her seat so as to face out the window, disturbing the paper-reading pony beside her in the process. The old pony tutted and sighed. Then he shifted his position, flicked out his paper, and carried on reading. As Pinkie planted her front hooves against the window with a loud
That
bump.
guy's a trooper.
The intensity of the grin on her face and the glee in her eyes could not be understated. She looked hard, waiting, hoping, and then there it was, off in the distance and approaching rapidly, Ponyville! As she saw her hometown draw near, Pinkie giddied with anticipation and turned back inside the carriage, gripping the chair tightly. The passengers around her began to stir, making their preparations to depart the train. Pinkie began a tremble of excitement, and it wasn't long before, "No!" she squealed, her voice impossibly high. Yeah.
That was ear-rapingly loud.
That's our Pinkie Pie.
Woo!
More
All
like
right,
that's our
next stop,
shadow
Ponyville,
for
every
playing
pony.
Pinkie Pie.
Next stop, Ponyville, every pony.
She turned to the old paper-reading pony, pushing his paper down so as to see him better.
I can't wait to get back home.
Try that again.
Calm down.
I can't wait to get back home to Ponyville.
Can I get you a
So
glass
exciting!
of milk?
What's the exciting thing I can think of? Can't you wait? I can't wait! Soon we'll be in Ponyville and I'll be able to see all my super duper amazing friends again! I can't wait to see them all! And I bet they can't wait to see me either! But not as much as I can't wait to see them! Oh, it's been so long since I saw them, it's feel like a forever! 3 whole months even! And when I see them, I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh! It's you guys! Oh, this is so amazingly wonderfully exciting because I haven't seen you in forever!
Shadow.
Dude, a little
3
more,
words.
You would have hit Pinkie Pie right on the nail.
Less caffeine now.
What?
Dude, a little bit higher pitch, you would have nailed Pinkie Pie right there.
Oh my gosh, it's you guys! Oh, this is so amazingly wonderfully exciting because I haven't seen you in forever!
And check.
I also recommend 2 extra words. Caffeine free.
I don't drink coffee, I'll have you know, good sir. I just happen to be a crazy
Let him have that.
That also applies to sodas as well.
I'll have you know I don't drink coffee, I just happen to be one crazy motherfucker.
Hey, you and me both, bro. You and me both.
TheInvertedShadow, everybody.
Crazy, huh?
I haven't seen you in forever! I mean, oh, sure, we sent letters to each other and all, but letters are nothing compared to actually seeing your friends in the person. Oh, it's gonna be so super spectacularly, amazingly, awesomely fun and wonderful and fun. Yippee!
Pinkie Pie, get your stop before you miss your stop.
Oh, yes, so am I? Replied the old paper-reading pony with a look of mild confusion on his face. He'd never seen some pony go through so many words in such a short period of time. The filly plowed through them so fast, he wasn't even entirely sure what it was she had just said to him.
No duh.
I felt terrible for having to leave the girls for all this time,
Continued Pinkie. Her demeanor had shifted from impossibly joyous and cheery to sad and forlorn faster than the old pony thought was equally possible. So much so his own demeanor was shifted
She's a
from confusion and irritation to outright surprise. What?
You know what? That's not a sugar rush. She's a freaking bipolar bitch on crystal meth. I'm just saying it right now.
Bipolar? Dude, she's not on crystal meth. Her blood is probably in lethal amounts have lethal amounts of sugar in her system. That could probably
Anyways.
kill us.
Dude,
Anyways.
not even sugar. I've eaten sugar raw, dude. That doesn't happen to me. That can only be crystal meth. That's the only thing.
Oh, don't be that.
Anyways.
I didn't want to leave Ponyville, but poor Papa Pie hurt his leg so badly, and he was in such a bad way, I just had to go home to visit him and Mama.
What?
I'm sorry about that. Didn't you?
Visit him and Mama. I love my friends, and I thought about them all day, every day when I was out of the farm, but I love my family too.
She shifted back to happy again so fast the old pony was left completely gobsmacked.
And it was so wonderful to see Mama and Papa again. Papa told me all his funny stories, and I told him funny jokes and looked after him while Mama made us her delicious home cooking and made presents for me and all my friends, and took care of Gummy here.
At the mentioning of his name, the little alligator popped his head out of the top of Pinkie Pie's cotton candy mane and bared his lack of teeth at his fellow passenger. And whoo! The old pony gave a yelp, threw away his paper, and jumped off his seat, which sent his hat tumbling to the ground. He then ran to the back of the carriage, moving faster than he'd ever moved in his life. The pages of his abandoned papers scattered and fluttered all over the carriage. Pinkie looked momentarily puzzled as Gummy blinked his trademark blink from atop her head. Then she looked down at the discarded hat and gasped in surprise. She anxiously called to him across the carriage and over the heads of the other confused and startled passengers.
Oh, Mr. Watts, sir, you forgot your hat. Mr. Watts, where are you going? We're supposed to remain seated until the train stops.
I'm assuming
Why are you
that-
trying to open the window, Mr. Watts? Are you feeling sick? Do you need some air? Oh no, here, let me help you.
Pinkie got up out of the seat to go and help him, carefully carrying his hat in her teeth by the brim. Unfortunately, as she moved down the carriage, the other passengers began to notice the alligator hanging off her mane, and then the screaming started.
So they're screaming at an alligator. Well,
An alligator with no teeth. Bless.
well, teeth or no teeth, I'll probably be running with fear too.
Alrighty then, Chapter 2.
Oh, short.
Pinkie Pie was one of the first passengers off the train, skipping off the carriage onto the crowded platform with bulging saddlebags on her sides and a look of wonder and joy on her face. Gummy the alligator was once again out of sight. Looking around the station, Pinkie Pie didn't see the angry glances directed at her from behind by several grumbling passengers also departing from her train. Nor did she see several ponies shaking their hooves at her in anger, nor did she hear the complaints of, "Stupid filly, bringing a flipping crocodile onto a train, for goodness sake! I mean, really!" from the old brown stallion with the pocket watch, cutie mark, and half-eaten bowler hat. I like to repeat that.
Damn you
Half-
kids with your perch.
I'd like to repeat that. Half-eaten bowler hat.
Okay, stop it right there. Gummy has no teeth. How could he eat the hat?
Maybe it wasn't him who ate the hat.
Yeah. My money's on pony number 3.
Anyways,
That is so generic.
when she reached the middle of the platform, she stopped and jumped up onto a garbage can so as to see over the heads of the ponies crowding around her. Where were they? Where were her friends? They did say that they would be here. Where are they? Over here? No. How about over there? No. How about there? There they were. She could see them. Her friends were here. Her friends were here. Her friends were here. All of Pinkie's friends, Twilight Sparkle, Spike, Applejack, Fluttershy, Rarity, and Rainbow Dash, were grouped together at the entrance to the station. Twilight was in the middle of the group, watching the new arrivals with intent. Spike was on her back, watching the crowds also. AJ, in her plain old usual hat, was in a deep conversation with Rarity, who was wearing a magnificent-looking unusual hat. And the two Pegasus ponies were both fluttering gently above the heads of the others. They held out some kind of pink banner between them with writing on it. As Pinkie narrowed her eyes and shielded them with her left front hoof to block out the sun, she could just make out what it said.
Welcome home, Pinkie Pie. We missed you.
It was written in sparkling glitter.
Oh, that's nice.
Of course.
Aw, you guys.
Pinkie thought. She began to tear up. Her eyes glistened and her lips trembled. Then she laughed and bawled simultaneously at the top of her lungs, startling those around her, and charged right off the can into the crowds towards her friends.
Hey, there she is.
Dash called out.
She's here. She's coming in fast.
They all turned around and saw the rapidly oncoming Pinkie charging right at them. Twin streams of tears in her wake. The other passengers in the station jumped clear of the rabbit pink projectile hurtling towards the group of fillies.
Oh, my.
Said Fluttershy. Her face was filled with trepidation, and her irises were contracted in fright, as always.
Yeah, especially when there's a pink bullet aimed straight at her.
Meow.
Brace yourselves! AJ called out. They all put on their best welcoming smiles and prepared for impact.
I'm going to fuck you!
Ah, damn it! Jason! Did you just do that? Did you just do that? I bet it's not from this damn fanfic.
I'm so sorry, I couldn't resist doing that.
So that wasn't a part of the fanfic! God damn it!
That wasn't part of the story. You cheeky dick waffle.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That was just set up perfectly.
Okay. How about you read
just
what?
me on the insane-o-meter.
Gonzo, are you okay?
How about you start reading before I break my my back scratcher on you?
Okay, I'll continue reading. After knocking twice Spike, AJ, and Rarity down, sending Rarity and AJ's hats flying off in the process, she then scooped up all her friends, including Dash and Fluttershy, into a massive and constricting Pinkie Pie hug. Ooh, there's a new one.
She done that before. Party of zero. Party of one.
Her tears of joy soon soaked her friends as well. She was talking to them, but it was so rapid they couldn't make out any of it. But it was safe to assume that she was really glad to see them all again. This went on for quite a length of time.
We're all happy to see you too, Pinkie Pie. Breathe.
Twilight gasped. She could barely get her words out due to the constricting hug, but she managed to pry herself out of it once Pinkie calmed down slightly.
We really miss you.
Yeah, it's great to see you again, Pinkie Pie. This whole place has been the same without you, Sugar Cube. AJ chipped in. Her expression was initially warm, but then she began to look bemused. Still within the hug, she looked Pinkie Pie up and down as Fluttershy tripped up her greeting.
Yes, it's been really tough going without you around to cheer us up, but we knew you had to go visit your family,
said the yellow Pegasus as she rose softly into the air.
And it's just so wonderful to have you back.
She was grinning in a most adorable fashion as she hugged Pinkie back. But then she too began to look puzzled. Something felt strange about Pinkie Pie. Then it dawned on her what it was.
Wait, what?
She gained weight. That's what I'm saying right now. She gained weight.
Wiping her face clean of tears as her sobbing was brought under control.
I really miss you all too.
Pinkie's friends freed themselves from her grip and grouped around her with warm smiles as the pink pony gasped at the exertion of her outburst. Okay, laughed Spike. You can stop being all mushy now. Ponies are starting to look. And hey, guess what? We're having a little shindig at Sugar Cube Corner for you later, and practically all of Ponyville's gonna be there, and it starts in 1 hour. Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
A party for me? Oh,
okay,
you
that
should.
was-
That's so awesome. I can't stand it. Hey, let's go there now. I want to go see every pony and give you all the presents I brought back and talk about how amazingly awesome I think you all are.
Okay, I still say it's crystal meth, damn it.
Someone said cocaine on the live stream.
Well, then they'd also be right.
Anyways.
I give you 5 internets.
Sounds like a plan.
Dash smiled. The group began to make their way out of the station to Pinkie's home, with the pink filly leading the way. AJ and Rarity quickly retrieved each other's hats and put them on, before quickly exchanging them with much sniggering when they saw the mix-up. Right, how could you mix them up? Isn't it clearly obvious whose hat is who?
Maybe they weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
Sports drink.
Of course, they're both wearing Stetsons, which I find highly unlikely.
Unlikely, yeah. Let's continue.
Pinkie skipped ahead of the group with joy, talking loudly to herself about how great it was to be back in Ponyville and how her friends were simply the best. But behind her, her friends began to exchange glances. They had all seen and felt the problem with Pinkie Pie.
What?
Woohoo! I'm only just back in town and I'm already going to a party. I knew today would be fantastic. Come on, guys, let's go, Pinkie said. Yes, and on the way, you simply must tell us how things were out on the farm, said Rarity to Pinkie as she corrected her unsettled mane. The twin purple feathers in her hat were now quite crooked. She was maintaining an air of politeness with a wide smile, but like the others, her mind seemed elsewhere and the smile seemed false.
This can't be good. Continue.
Sure thing, Rarity.
I don't know. I got
Well,
nothing.
the farm's still kind of boring. Nothing ever changes around there, but it was so great to see the family again. The old folks are pretty good. Papa's leg was really badly broken, though, but he healed up real good thanks to my efforts. My sissy pies stopped in once in a while. They're doing A-okay, but they still need to learn to lighten up. Grandma Pie's as feisty as ever. Oh, and Mama's home cooking was just as delicious as I remembered it. Couldn't get enough. She finished, licking her lips for emphasis. Yeah, I bet you couldn't. Snickered Dash, Twilight, and Spike. She was pointing to Pinkie's flanks and was the first to voice an opinion about Pinkie Pie's problem. Here we go. Here we go.
She's fat.
It had become
I knew it.
quite obvious to her
Well, that's
friends
You
that
owe me $20.
Pinkie had gained a substantial bit of girth since they last saw her several months
I think
ago.
girth would be an understatement at that point.
The party-loving pony's previously lean physique had now given way to a chubbiness that was now visibly jiggling as she skipped along. Her belly now hung only a few inches above the ground.
Ugh.
She got a fat ass.
Well, now she also
Yes!
have a big
Oh,
belly too.
Yes. Oh, you know what? Maybe they're actually thinking that maybe, oh shit, is she pregnant? Because maybe that's what she looks like.
Anyways. Oh dear, you see it too? Whispered Twilight. She's really let herself go, hasn't she?
All sorts of bad thoughts concerning high cholesterol levels and blood pressure began to enter Twilight's mind.
Yeah, I'll say, AJ said quietly. She looked very concerned. And I don't think she knows it. Shouldn't maybe we, say something perhaps? Certainly not, Rarity cut in crossly, setting her feathers of her hat tweaking. That would be most rude. Yes, that would hurt her feelings, and just when she's so happy to see us all again, said Fluttershy, dashed out in agreement. Yeah, I'm sure that will go down well.
Then she had over to the sarcastic and smug tone.
Hey there, Pinkie Pie. Great to see you again, pal. How long has it been since we last saw you? Like 3 months? Oh, hey, by the way, did you realize how fat you've gotten? Holy cow, you look like, well, a cow. And just look at them jelly rolls. You're like a big, fat, pink marshmallow girl. Wow.
That
Boys.
was evil.
I guess this is the night bitches died.
Twilight scowled at the Pegasus. But then she pondered to herself. Dash did have a point, even if she didn't exactly put it delicately. Yes, on the one hoof, it might be hurtful to point out Pinkie Pie's weight gain straight to her face, but then on the other hoof, if Pinkie Pie didn't know that she had gained weight, then surely they as her friend should say something? But after a few moments of pondering their dilemma and Pinkie's possible health problems, and even considering whether or not to voice her concerns, Twilight quickly cleared her mind of such things. It was obviously just an ill-bruised effect of her mother's home cooking and months of lack of exercise. Given how energetic Pinkie was in her normal routine back here in Ponyville, Twilight was sure that once Pinkie was settled back in again, this temporary extra weight would be shifted in no time. Wasn't that positive?
Let's just hope it doesn't go straight to her ass.
Isn't that a good thing?
That actually wouldn't be a bad thing. That would not be a bad thing.
Well, a sizable ass. Just make sure it's sizable.
Hey, there's more to love and better weight and it's better grip.
Don't worry, girls, said Twilight. I'm sure everything will be just fine. Don't say a word to her about this. Not today, at least. Now, come on. We have a party to attend. Well, I don't think we should just say nothing, AJ said with determination. I think we should say something to Pink about her. Hey, Applejack, what you talking about? Pinkie said. She swung back around to face her friends, who all jumped. Her bright-eyed blues were still twinkling with joy, and she had a face-filling smile that completely disarmed Applejack. Oh, I was just, why, nothing at all, dear. Nothing at all, Rarity cut in, shutting the cow filly up with stern look and hoof over the mouth. Now, how is little Gummy doing these days?
Well, that actually kind of fills up to the So my thoughts that Rarity in a way is kind of Applejack's wingmare in a way, because she always knows when to shut her up.
Rare Jack supporters, now's your chance to speak up.
No, not in that fashion. You guys know that if it ain't straight, I ain't reading it. That's right. I only like straight top. Get it? Your heads.
Chapter 3. It had been 3 weeks since Pinkie Pie had returned to Ponyville, and her welcoming Valley party had already been cemented as one of the greatest in the town's history.
What?
But I have a sneaky suspicion. Did she even lose any of the weight she gained during the past 3 months?
I will get to that.
Keep reading.
We'll get to that. Sugar Cube Corner had been packed to the rafters with dozens of ponies wishing her back to Ponyville. The prime welcoming back Pinkie Pie. The prime party with Ponyville to her hometown. The party had everything required for a truly great celebration. There had been cake, and streamers, and balloons, and party hats, and spin the tail on the pony, and most importantly of all, friends. It had been one of the happiest nights of Pinkie's life.
FYI, the cake was a lie.
Dawn was breaking. Inside the apartment above Sugar Cube Corner, Pinkie Pie lay sprawled out on her back upon her bed. She was fast asleep and snoring gently under the white and red polka dot sheets. I didn't even know she had those.
Nobody knows what her room looks like, I don't think.
I think we do. She did have... Some of it was shown in Party of One, I do believe.
Was anybody paying attention to the bed?
I forgot about the bed, but I do know what that. I do know about her separate living quarters.
Anyways, the little wooden bed sagged under the weight of the pink pony. There's your answer, Gonzo.
But that's after the party, right?
The little wooden bed sagged under the weight of the pink pony as the great polka dotted mound of her belly rose and fell in sync with her snoring. Nope. It's 3 weeks and she's still fatty.
Shit.
Holy fuck.
Gummy the alligator was also asleep on her bed, curled up into a little ball of green scales over his owner's rear legs. As the sun began to rise, a rooster crowed from towards Sweet Apple Acres, and then Pinkie Pie's alarm clock sounded. Good morning, Equestria! The pink pony bellowed.
Shit.
Hey, that's Final Scratch's salute. Don't do that.
No. That's Robin Williams. It goes, "Good morning, Vietnam!"
She sat upright in her bed, which groaned as she shifted her
Oh, dear
weight.
Lord. I started thinking about a pony version of Robin Williams.
She silenced the buzzing clock, yawned loudly, stretched out her front hooves, then looked down at the still sleeping alligator on her rear hooves with a gushing smile. Gummy was just so cute when he was asleep, she thought to herself. Pinkie gently nuzzled Gummy's head to wake him up. "Wakey, wakey, alligator," she cooed gently. The alligator slowly woke. Just like his owner, he yawned and stretched himself out. Then he blinked his trademark blink and hopped off the bed in order to find a ball of yarn to play with.
Did my little bitty witty scary baby sleep well? No scary worry nightmares, I hope.
Baby talk to an alligator.
Yes.
Gentlemen, Pinkie Pie.
Run.
Pinkie slumped back into a more comfortable position, resting her hoofs behind her head. As she did so, she realized that her pillow was nowhere to be seen or felt.
Hey, where's my pillow? Huh, that's weird.
I'll give you 3 guesses.
Well, anyway, I had a wonderful dream last night. I dreamt that I was high up in the air and I floated a fluffy cloud just like the last time I went to Cloudsdale. And I was eating a big, delicious marshmallow. It was like as big as an apple cart. It was so big it took me hours and hours to eat it. It was so good. Boy, thinking about it makes me wish I was eating a marshmallow or two right now. Hey, now there's an idea.
Okay, remember Kira's 3 guesses? You're only gonna need 1.
Well, there would have been 3 guesses would have only applied before he read that part. And this I can already tell the story is going exactly where I think it's going.
Yep.
Pinkie smiled at the brilliance of the plan that he had just taken her. She reached out and opened the drawer on her bedside cabinet to reveal a massive open bag filled with plump, fluffy marshmallows of white, pink, and blue.
Every day before I drink 50 cans of melonade, I reach for a bag of fluffy puff marshmallows.
In a few seconds, Pinkie Pie completely devoured all of them. Wow, why does it not surprise me?
I hope she didn't eat the bag too.
3 hours? I thought with Pinkie Pie it would only take 10 minutes.
I said in a few seconds.
Jesus
Oh, no.
fucking Christ!
Anyways, she chewed and smacked with content, but just as she did so, she gave a little hiccup. A single white feather popped out of steamily nowhere.
Yep, Keiro.
Cartoon cliche, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, Keiro guessed it right. Pinkie Pie ate the pillow. And something tells me that for the rest of the fanfic, until something happens, Pinkie Pie is going to be one of those people, one of those ponies who's going to be suffering from that pica syndrome.
Pinkie looked at her with confusion at first, but then she just shrugged and carried on savoring the marshmallows. Once she had finished with the marshmallows,
Pinkie Pie, I'm guessing.
she threw off the polka dot sheets and climbed out of bed. It creaked and groaned once more. Pinkie slipped on her green, fluffy alligator-themed slippers with the little golden bells on them and threw her dressing gown over herself. She approached the standing mirror in the corner of the room, humming happily to herself as the little bells on her feet jingled. She picked up a hairbrush and began to groom her coat and mane to little veil. Neither could ever be tamed, no matter what she did to them.
Yay.
Until she gets the...
extra depressed.
Yeah. Which is...
After a while, she stopped humming and brushing. Looking at her reflection, her smile slowly faded away. There it comes, people.
She now realizes it.
Hold on, brace yourself. I sense a scream of epic proportions.
Don't hold yourself there. Hold your breath, Keiro.
Boy, I sure am a big filly these days, aren't I, Gummy? All those yummy cakes and things have really done a number on my flanks. I'm so much of a pudge, it's a wonder that I can still budge.
Hey, Sakura wants her gimmick back.
She shook herself and pinched her cheeks to emphasize her plumpness.
Maybe I should start laying off the baked goods before ponies start laughing at me and calling me roly-poly ollie or ate all the pie or just plain old fatty. You know, just because I've become such a big fat fatty.
Pinkie cast her gaze down at the floor.
Oh dear Lord.
What would my friends think of me then? If I embarrass them all like that, other ponies might start laughing at them too.
Her voice began to fill with anxiety.
It's starting.
And one of my friends didn't want to be my friends or come to my parties anymore because I was embarrassing them by being so fat and making other ponies laugh at them.
Flat mane.
Pinkie began to panic even more.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I can't lose my friends. Without them, I'd be a no pony. A big, fat, pudgy no pony who nobody likes.
Oh, fuck. Brace yourselves, people. Get in the boat for...
Grabbing the desk. I am fucking dropping the controller and grabbing the desk for dear life.
That
Keep-
pudgy no pony who nobody likes and I... Hey, wait a minute. What am I saying? My friends are better ponies than that. I never ditched you just because I was a pudgy pony.
False alarm, everybody can come out now.
Oh, thank God.
God. Oh, thank Celestia and Luna. Thank. Oh God.
Take Mother
Celestia,
Chrysalis.
Luna.
I need a drink.
I'll be right back, I need some water.
Okay, maybe.
You sit still, Keiro. Just entertain him. I don't know, fart. Do something.
Ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/GModerationX for upcoming game reviews and freaking Let's Plays with me and Shadow, and of course special guest appearances. And don't forget to check us out at MagFest this January 3rd through the 6th at the Gaylord National Hotel and Convention Center in National Harbor, Maryland. We'll be there hanging out with the guys from Continue and the Game Grumps. We'll be having a great time. So come on down and see us. We'll be having a lot of great fun, great times we had. So come on down and see us. Woo! Having a great one. Yeah. Now back to our regularly scheduled fanfic.
There we go.
How's that for Philly?
I don't have cider. I have Barks red soda.
How's that for Philly? The cat, of course.
Barks red cream soda.
I'm trying to pull the damn sister.
Anyways. Now, where were... Oh, yes. Pinkie turned away from the mirror and went back towards her bed. She sat down on it, resting her head on her front hooves. In the corner of the room, Gummy had located a bright yellow yarn ball and was now busy poking it.
Why, in these past few weeks, they haven't even said a single thing about my pudginess at all. And they were all so super happy to see me again when I got back from my parents. They threw me such an amazing party. The party to end all parties. And they loved all the presents I bought for them.
Pinkie Pie hiccuped again. Once more, a single white feather appeared out of nowhere. This time, though, she didn't even acknowledge it.
Uh-oh. I just, I said at the beginning it was going to be like the thing, and I think I'm actually getting more and more closer to the fact that it may be.
Twilight gave me a heartfelt welcoming home speech, and later in the week, Fluttershy took me out of the picnic so we could catch up. And Dashy has a whole bunch of pranks she wants me to help her with, and
Pinkie Pie sighed and put a hoof over her head.
oh, Gummy, I did it again! I was thinking the worst of my friends just like at my last birthday.
Oh, you mean like in Party 1 where you went totally bad poop bonkers?
Yeah.
Yes.
No
Okay,
thanks.
I'm just gonna take.
I'm
cover
gonna have
under
a
the
party
desk
with
just
my
in
real
case.
friends.
Inanimate objects!
I said I would never, ever do that again.
Pinkie Pie began to rub her eyes and sniff loudly, a sure sign that tears were on the way.
Oh, she's sad.
Okay, I'm getting under the desk. I'm getting under the desk. Okay, this is not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good.
Gummy the alligator stopped playing with the yarn. Sensing his mistress's distress, she scuttled over to her and began to bite and snap at her tail affectionately. You can come out, Keiro. She's okay.
She's just sad, that's all.
Thanks, Gummy.
I don't know. I'm
You
getting
always
mixed
know how to
signals.
cheer
I'm
me
staying
up.
under the desk just in case.
She jumped off her bed, which almost bounced away from her, and made her way towards the stairs. The little bells on her slippers jingled once more. Pinkie Pie went down the staircase and into the kitchen. The more she thought it over, the more it seemed to her as though her friends really didn't care about her Pudge. And if her friends didn't care, then why should she care either? I'll give you one reason to care. Diabetes.
More
I'm
like
Wilford
if she
Brimley,
didn't.
and I'd like to talk to you about diabetes.
More like if her friends didn't want to mention it to her because they didn't want to hurt her feelings. I think they would have been the right amount of time. I think not the right amount of time. I think it would be the right precise time to start exercising.
Anyways,
Hit the
clearly
bike.
they loved her no matter what size she was. And come to think of it, there was now more of her to love.
Oh dear Lord. Not that philosophy.
Oh God! Especially since I already associated that with Molestia's ass.
I'm coming for you, Gonzo.
Not if I get there first.
Oh, fine. Anyways,
We need Sniper Melon in here for some strange, bizarre reason.
Let's not.
Okay, let's not go there. Anyways. Maybe she shouldn't be in such a rush to lose the Pudge after all. Maybe you should. And even if some
It's
ponies
called
did laugh
a
at her,
heart
it was
condition,
probably
Pinkie Pie,
all in
look it
good
up.
fun. Heck, even if they were being meanie pants for real, there was nothing that a good party couldn't fix. Pinkie went to the fridge. Pinkie went to the fridge where the muffins were kept. She felt like having muffins for breakfast, and she had worked up quite an appetite fretting over her friend's opinion of her. She licked her lips at the thought of the crumbly blueberry delights awaiting her in the fridge. But when she opened it, they were completely gone! All of them! Only a note was left on the empty, crumb-strewn plate that once held them. She read
I'm
it
standing under
aloud.
the desk. I'm standing under the desk.
I raided your fridge. Sign, the Mad Muffin.
What? Wait, what?
Oh my god, it's a repeat of Shirley Asterette's.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Why did you pick this? Why did you pick this? Why? And someone on the chat is yelling, "Fucking derpy!" Prime suspect!
Pinkie suddenly gasped when the gravity of the situation hit her.
Oh my gosh. Mr. and Mrs. Cake! Mr. and Mrs. Cake! Come quick, wake up! We've been robbed!
Jesus.
Jesus. Hold on. I need to hit the bathroom. It's so funny. It's almost pissing my pants. I gotta take a piss. Hold on.
Toilet break and eat your heart out. You hear that? Toilet breaking bandit eats your heart out.
Fuck the toilet breaking bandit!
You've been visited by the toilet breaking bandit.
Shit. And I thought that the fanfic that I tried to write were bad.
And then Derby discovered a cure for cancer.
Shit. Going that route. And, oh yeah, if I remember the most ridiculous thing I ever saw out of this fandom, Barry knew how to become an alicorn! I'm writing a fanfic about that, so I'm not sure how that'll turn out, but fuck. Where the hell's Keiro?
Should I just continue on or something?
I don't know. Keiro wanted us to hold down the fort or something. But I don't know. My live stream, I do what I want.
Excuse me.
Let's just see. Let's see what happens. We'll catch him up.
Chapter 4. It was midday and the center of Ponyville was alive with activity. The town was the busiest it had been all week. In the market quarter, crowds of ponies milled around the stalls, buying and selling. Foals played games in the street. Excuse me. And even the elusive sheriff of Ponyville had stepped outside his office to speak to the citizens who are supposed to live under his protection. So, wait, Ponyville has a sheriff now?
Where the hell was he when the madness keep happening?
Hell if I know. Anyways, on the wall of nearly every building there was a wanted poster. Upon him was a colorless portrait of a wall-eyed female Pegasus pony wearing an undersized bowler hat and abdominal mass.
Wait. Slow down. Let's slow it down because you're obviously cracking up. Let's take it easy and then laugh.
Upon it was a colorless portrait of a wall-eyed female Pegasus pony wearing an undersized bowler hat and abdominal mass which obscured most of her face. It read, "Wanted, the Mad Muffin, severely beaten up or alive." It then went on the list the numerous charges against the miscreant: muffin theft, muffin fraud, muffin evasion, impersonating a muffin shop sales assistant, impersonating the Duke of Hoofington, fridge raiding, home invasion, criminal damage, cheating the world guard, and sticking her tongue out at the mayor of Ponyville.
Jesus! Derpy needs to hide. And I think she...
How do we even know it's Derpy? There could be thousands of other wall-eyed Pegasus ponies like her.
Who's the only one that likes muffins? I think we need to give Derpy an intervention.
The award for her capture was 10,000 gold bits and a carrot.
Cool.
Twilight Sparkle finished reading the wanted poster, rolled her eyes at the stupidity of the world she lived in. Wow.
Oh, don't blame the world for its stupidity. Blame the town you're in.
And made her way towards Sugar Cube Corner slowly, with her head held low to the ground. A dozen thoughts were racing through her mind at once. She was so caught up with them, she barely even noticed Rainbow Dash plummeting into the back of an apple cart in front of her. It was only due to the displaced apples scattering onto the ground in front of Twilight that Rainbow Dash managed to catch her attention. She looked up to see the Pegasus with the multicolored mane thump the side of the cart in frustration.
Hi, Rainbow Dash. Still can get the hang of that new stunt, I see.
The what?
New stunt.
Oh.
I've nearly got it.
Just can't get the timing right is all.
If I pull up too soon, it'll ruin the whole run.
I had to fucking run downstairs to get water. I was starting to choke on my own saliva from laughing. Mad Muffin.
So, we read, there's a bounty on this Mad Muffin. Shall I read it again, Gonzo?
I'll make a quick summary when Keiro gets his ass
I'll
on.
do it. List of charges against this miscreant.
Hold on, where is...
Muffin theft, muffin fraud, muffin evasion, impersonating a muffin shop sales assistant, impersonating the Duke of Hoofington, fridge raiding, home invasion, criminal damage, cheating the royal guard, and sticking her tongue out at the mayor of Ponyville.
Did
What?
Keiro even
What?
get
Grand
his
Theft
headphone?
Muffin wasn't among those?
Yes.
Grand Theft Muffin wasn't among those charges at all?
Oh, yeah, because might as well. Oh, Trinity Comet Trail had a good idea. Derby has went, but the police! I want muffins! And I'm
So, as we left off, Rainbow Dash had crashed into an apple cart trying to perfect a stunt.
Oh
Yes.
well, as they say, practice makes perfect. Anyway, what are you doing today? Magic stuff? Pretty much, but right now I'm too hungry to even think about magic, let alone practice it, so I'm off to Sugar Cube Corner. You want to come with? Sure, I've worked up a pretty good appetite.
But then Dash looked troubled.
By the way, Twilight, speaking of Sugar Cube Corner, have you seen Pinkie Pie lately?
I have, yes. It had been almost 2 months since Pinkie Pie had returned home from her parents' rock farm.
Oh dear lord. Oh dear lord.
What's this? In that time, not much had happened, except for an incident involving a beautiful mirror possessed by the evil spirit of an evil witch donkey, which stole ponies away and replaced them with evil clones made entirely of glass. Luckily, however, with a little help from the Doctor, Twilight managed to defeat that evil brain witch and rescue Rarity from the Mirrorverse. This enraged Fashionista then vanquished her evil clone with a single sharp kick to the face, which shattered her into 1,000 pieces. It had been a truly disturbing scene, with only made worse by the blood-curdling scream the copy had streaked out as it slowly cracked and fell apart. Twilight Sparkle shuddered at the memory of it.
Did you just had a heart attack and you went on a different fanfic?
No, it's just literally written right there.
A spin-off fanfic there. I'm gonna be pissed.
It was literally written right there.
Well, looks like the author had a heart attack. Looks like the author had a heart attack and went on a different fanfic. Now
Anyways, in the course
that
of
or his
that
plugging
adventure, Twilight had learned how to spot the warning signs for when a friend might have been replaced with an evil copy, and Rarity learned that when a mirror that old, beautiful, and gem-encrusted turns up at auction at such a bargain price, it's probably best to ask why that might be before purchasing it.
Another sound.
Overall,
Lesson
it
of life
had been
there,
an
Rarity.
enlightening and terrifying experience for all concerned. However, one thought plagued Twilight's mind more than any evil mirror ever could. It was her friend Pinkie Pie. She had gained a lot of weight during her time at the farm. Initially, Twilight had hoped that the return to normality, by Pinkie standards anyway, back here in Ponyville would have solved the problem. However, this had sadly not proven to be the case. In fact, if anything, Pinkie's problem had only gotten worse. She was eating more sweets than Twilight had ever seen her eat before, which is quite a feat in itself. But critically, she wasn't burning it off, and Twilight could swear that Pinkie's girth was still expanding. It seemed to Twilight that due to her excessive weight and decreased levels in physical fitness, Pinkie had lost her ability to constantly remain active. Rather than hopping, skipping, and dashing around Ponyville as she used to, Pinkie instead could only waddle around at a trot, often whilst binging on cakes and snacks. Worryingly, she seemed to become short of breath very easily these days. Although Pinkie was still as fun-loving and outgoing as ever, it was clear that her weight problem was having an adverse effect on her.
Yeah, looks like Pinkie needs to stop cold turkey. Okay, Pinkie Pie, I think it's time you put down the cupcake and get on a treadmill.
I better get put down the cupcake and grab some celery. My
Anyways.
allergies are starting to kick in.
Hello? Equestria to Twilight, you still with us or what?
Said Dash. She had cupped her hooves over her mouth and was talking directly into Twilight's ear from the cart, the better to get her friend's attention. Twilight sat out of her train of thought and turned her attention back to Rainbow Dash.
Oh, yes. Sorry, Dash.
Twilight said, her mind zooming back to the present moment.
I was just thinking about Pinkie Pie. Her face dropped as she... I really had hoped that she might have noticed her problem by herself by now. Didn't she already do that?
Yeah, but
it hasn't been working.
Her friends don't know that she realized it.
But I was wrong. And now I was starting to get real worried.
Dash had hopped out of the cart and came up beside her, scattering more of its contents all over the street. Smashed and squished apple remains were stuck all over her rear.
What?
Moving on.
You know, this is such a big deal and all. Maybe we should just do what AJ says, and we should do, and tell Pinkie Pie what we think. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Hey, you know what, Pinkie? You know Pinkie. She might not even care about being fat. I think that was already evident.
Knowing Rainbow
Did she- oh,
Dash.
yeah, but you gotta bear in mind that Rainbow Dash nor Twilight know the fact that Pinkie already knows that she's fat. You know, basically it's the whole invert that nobody knows that what the other person's thinking. They only assume, and then then shit's gonna go to the burner and whatever.
Yeah, and not only that, with Rainbow Dash, I don't think it's gonna go very daintily.
Well, yeah, Rainbow Dash is exactly the queen of subtlety.
Yeah.
True that.
Let's continue.
Yes. Where was I? Oh yeah. She still seems pretty happy to me now that I think about it. But at least we have this monkey off our backs, and who knows? Maybe she'll do something about it if we tell her. And what if we do hurt her feelings? What then, huh? Dash stroked her chin and thought. After a brief moment, she just shrugged. Well, we'll just have to play it all by ear then. I don't think Pinkie Pie would be too mad if we said something, and even if she was, I'm sure it wouldn't last too long. Remember her last birthday when she got mad at us just for ditching her all day? She did forgive us pretty quickly. Yeah, but that's only because we didn't ditch her. Not really. We were trying to keep her birthday party a surprise, remember? There's a pretty big difference between keeping a friend's party a surprise and just outright telling that friend that she's fat, overweight, straight to her face.
Number one, Rainbow Dash, if you hurt her feelings, is going to be worse than Party of One. It's probably going to be worse enough that you'll wind up as her next meal. Shh.
Cupcakes!
Yeah, I think she'll be eating Rainbow Dash whole.
It had to be said. It had to be said, because if, you know...
But maybe if we put it
Pinkie
delicately and tell her that we're only saying this because we're very worried about her, she might understand and not be offended. Well, whatever. I still don't think she'll care anyway, Dash replied. Now, we gonna get some food or what? I'm just starting to realize how hungry I am myself. Yes, let's go eat, Twilight said. The two ponies set off towards Sugar Cube Corner. Twilight walked at a quicker, more upbeat pace than before, while Rainbow Dash hovered overhead. As they came to the corner, Dash turned to Twilight before they entered. Hey, if we see her, are we gonna say something now?
Yeah?
Twilight noticed she seemed apprehensive. This made Twilight feel weird herself. I don't think we should. Not now. I think it would be better to talk it over with the others first.
Don't put it off. Don't put off what you can do today, tomorrow.
What you can do today by putting... Okay, I can't even remember how that old adage goes. It's fucking...
I always say, why do today what you could always put off till tomorrow?
I think it's the inverse.
Yeah. Oh, okay, good. Not that I wouldn't be up for, you know, doing it now or anything, but yeah, let's talk it over with the others first. Dash said. She seemed slightly relieved,
let's share the
nodded in
awkward.
agreement, and entered the shop. The bell rang as they opened the door. Oh boy, Chapter 5. As it was lunchtime, the corner was quite busy. It smelled of freshly baked bread and confectionery. Twilight inhaled this aroma as soon as she entered the shop. She loved that smell, and for a brief moment it made her forget about her worries. But then she remembered that the source of this sweet scent was the cause of her worries, and she began to fret again. Yes, bipolar much, Twilight?
No, probably complete
No, I don't think
worry
bipolar
work.
is the word. Maybe obsessive.
OCD.
No, hang on. Wait, sports drink.
OCD.
Wonder, is Ego Raptor going with Mortimer to Magfest? I know that's unrelated, but still, because that Mortimer tweet just popped up, and I'm wondering, like, how's he going?
I don't know.
Oh, wait, here.
I don't know.
Wait. There was a queue ahead of Twilight and Rainbow Dash. In the middle of this queue was an excited Ditsy-Doo and was loudly talking about the exploits and secret identity of the infamous Mad Muffin to an unimpressed-looking Carrot Top.
You gotta be fucking me.
Nope.
Oh, why you...
What is it with the deal now that when superheroes or supervillains are in disguise, they love to, like, brag about their so-called secret identity? I mean, I remember this one case, Metabots, how that Starr clerk Henry was the Phantom Renegade. He'd always say, "The Phantom Renegade, nobody knows who he is, he's awesome." I was like, why do they do that?
And I heard she has, like, a super muffin sense. You can always sense where your muffins are. She's a criminal mastermind of the highest order. No muffin is safe. Not more the mad muffin is still at large. Yeah, I hope they catch her one day, whoever she might be, Carrot Top replied in a very deadpan tone. She looked her friend up and down as she did so.
Okay, back to the pudgy pie.
At the front of the shop,
think I
Mr.
prefer the
Cake
fat
spotted
ones at this
Twilight
point.
and Dash in the queue. He gave them a smile, which they returned, and then turned to his wife. Honey Bun, tell Pinkie Pie your friends are here. Okay, dearie. Pinkie, oh Pinkie, your friends Twilight, Sparkle, and Rainbow Dash are here. Come say hello.
In before each step causes an earthquake. Just saying it right now.
There was a tremendous
In before each
yippee!
step.
There's a tremendous yippee from the back room, and then the ground itself began to shake. You called it! You
Called it!
You got it, you son of a bitch!
It sounded as though a great monster was stomping towards the shop. Cutlery and other displays began to shake. Some even toppled out of their counter or table onto the ground. Cakes and buns fell to the floor. The chatter in the shop ceased immediately, and startled ponies looked around for what could possibly be making such noises. One pony asked if a dragon was approaching. Then the
What?
I can't even. No, I can't! Just keep going.
That's it! I'm done!
No. I'm not done. I just can't find the words to say to it. Just keep going.
Okay.
Have you guys lost the ability to can?
Anyways, whoa, was all Dash could manage. Pinkie Pie had entered the shop front, but not before getting stuck on the door frame to the kitchen out back. With great effort, she forced herself through, crackling both the door frame and the plaster of the wall around it. She hopped into the middle of the shop, making everything in the building shake further. Terrified customers backed away from the immensely smiling pink blob in the white chief's hat and apron. Twilight and Dash
Ladies
just
and gentlemen,
stared.
I give you the thing.
Twilight and Dash just stared slack-jawed at their friend. There was no other way to put it. She was enormous. Twilight would safely
Ginormous, maybe.
Twilight would safely bet that Pinkie Pie now occupied a little over twice the floor space of both herself and Dash put together. She resembled a massive pink barrel with pudgy legs and cotton candy mane. Her great belly, now trailing slightly along the ground, bounced and flopped up and down as she skipped. Her plump face was sticky with sugar and glaze, and there were crumbs, lollipops, and other candy stuck to her face, mane, and sides. It had been only about 5 days since Twilight last saw her. How she expanded so much in that time? It was impossible. The only thing about Pinkie Pie that was bigger than her girth was her grin.
Okay, forget the thing. This is the blob.
That's what I meant! That's
Yes.
what I fucking meant. Why did I keep saying the thing? I meant to say the blob, but I couldn't remember. I just kept saying the thing, and I'm like, oh. It's the fucking blob, man.
Oh, God. Well,
Hi guys, it's so great to see you. How are you doing? Are you here for lunch? Of course you are. What a silly question. Whoops, somebody dropped cakes all over the floor. Don't worry, I'll clean it up.
she ran off. Then with a single sweep of her tongue,
no.
she scooped up and devoured all the spilled confectionery.
Know it. Okay, the only thing that would make this just make me go, I'm done, is if the Cutie Mark Crusaders were bouncing up and down on her back. Okay, I'm still in it, but if that happens, I'm out.
Haha, yummy.
Pinkie said with a full mouth. Twilight was absolutely shocked, and Dash was simply stunned. There had been enough food there to feed around 24 ponies, and Pinkie Pie had just eaten it all in 3 seconds flat.
Damn. Dash, eat your heart out.
And the high
Actually,
speed
you know what?
impact.
You know
all
what?
that-
You know what? You know what? The blob has nothing on Pinkie Pie. Okay, she's above the blob at this point.
The only
Hi, Pinkie Pie.
Twilight said. She adopted a great fake smile and cheery facade as Dash just continued to stare at Pinkie in silent disbelief.
So nice to see you, but we can't stop to chat. We were just looking for Fluttershy. Yeah, that's it. We saw an injured rat, and we think that she needs to know, but she's not here, so we better go find her. Love the same time, but that rat needs help and nice to pack her. So bye.
Holy shit! That was some Pinkie Pie speed talking.
Shit, I can't believe that despite everything she could still talk a mile a minute.
She then took off out of the shop before returning to drag Dash off with her. Pinkie just smiled and waved at her departing friends. Twilight whispered to Dash in a firm and commanding tone as he left, "Intervention, my place, every pony, ASAP."
Say what?
Intervention! This is gonna get good.
It's gonna be a good one. Anyways,
Okay, fine
It's gonna be a
then.
good game.
If I see Fluttershy, I'll be sure to let her know.
Pinkie called out with a beaming smile. Then there was a loud, slow creaking sound.
Uh-oh. Look, ladies and gentlemen, Sugar Cube Coder will be no more in 3, 2, 1.
Pinkie Pie only managed to say, "Huh?" before the floor beneath her collapsed, and she went crashing through it into the basement below. A great
How
plume
do
of
I
dust-
fucking know what's coming before you even say it? How do I fucking know?
We're dealing with a fat ass Pinkie Pie. That's why.
No, that's the thing. It's Pinkie Pie. I shouldn't be able to.
She's
call this
about as big as a smart car now.
A great plume of dust and floor was thrown up. The other ponies in the shop gasped and rushed around the hole in the floor. A frantic Mr. Cake pushed his way to the ring of shock onlookers.
Pinkie Pie! Pinkie Pie! Are you okay? Say something!
Panicking Baker called out of the darkness of the basement below.
You're talking like William Shatner.
Something.
A groggy voice right from below.
No, I
That-
didn't mean that. I didn't mean that literally. Just tell me if you're okay or not. I'm okay, Mr. Cake, but I think we've got termites in the shop.
Okay, forget
Even when
it.
she knows that she's fat, she's still completely oblivious.
Okay, she's about as round as a smart car, but she'll probably be as fucking heavy as a semi.
The yellow Baker
That's
pony can only
semi. Let's
find
go for the damn full, man. She's fat. Let's face it.
Okay, chapter 6. It was 2 days later, and approaching 8
Actually, you know what? I
o'clock.
think hold on. Shadow, before you go any further, I think I just realized something.
What?
I think I know why you picked this pick.
Why?
I think you know why.
I
No, I
I
don't.
don't want to say it.
Why?
I don't want to say it.
No, really, we're kind of
I know how
clueless
you
here.
get touchy when I bring it up.
We're clueless here. Fill us in now.
Inflation fetish.
No.
That ain't inflation. That's weight gain.
There's two different things. Why you know no difference?
Well, you can still consider inflation considering she's freaking inflated like a fucking hot air balloon. The only difference is she has weight to it.
No, I don't.
Inflation is blowing air into a person and they're ballooning up like a balloon. Weight gain is if they were getting fatter by regular
Okay,
regular
my
consumption of
mistake.
large amounts of
Moving
food.
on. My mistake. Moving on.
Yes.
You know, I think my member just got an extended discount from all that talk.
Oh my, what? What did you just say?
Can you repeat that again?
Did you repeat that?
I think my member just got an extended discount from all that talk.
You're.
Okay, this is the most fucked up live stream I have ever hosted. We're dealing with Pinkie Pie getting fat and Shadow getting hard on.
Oh, Jesus Christ, no. No, I was like kidding.
How the fuck did I agree to this sort of thing?
Because you love me and you're
Where did my life go wrong?
What?
Okay. Let's try to go through this.
Let's continue. Before I die.
This has to be on YouTube. It has to be.
I am.
Anyways, Within the Ponyville library, Twilight Sparkle descended the staircase towards the ground floor, using her magic to carry her carefully prepared and rehearsed speech with her. Gathered in the main hall of the library was Spike, Applejack, Rarity, Fluttershy, and Rainbow Dash. There was also Mr. and Mrs. Cake, the Doctor, and all three of the Cutie Mark Crusaders.
Why are they here?
God, no. Oh, no. Please tell me it's not going where I think it's going. Please!
I think this is an intervention. I think we're finally getting an intervention for Pinkie Pie.
No, but the Cutie Mark Crusaders are there, and I said something earlier, and no.
Well, the only way we find out is if we continue.
Let's
Continue.
Just go.
Every pony whom she had asked to attend tonight was here. They had trouble arranging a date for this meeting, but now they could finally begin. The attending ponies were all grouped together in the middle of the room talking to one another, no doubt discussing the reason as to why they had all been called to attend this preparation for intervention meeting. Twilight went to the podium Spike had set up earlier. Taking her position at it, she set up her stack of papers and cleared her oh, here we go, another Twilight speech.
Fuck your speech, nigga! Okay,
Fuck your speech, nigga!
If you have to,
Anyway,
skip
where the
over
hell
it.
This was enough to get everyone's attention. They ceased their chatter and turned to face Twilight, who began to address them with an air of authority. Fillies and gentlecolts, thank you all for taking the time to attend tonight's meeting. She was careful to look each pony in the eye as she said this. Always engage the audience directly. That was the key to making a good speech. I think that it's safe to say that...
Okay, that's something I need to keep in mind for our MagFest panel. That's something I need to keep in mind.
There was a murmur of general agreement among the gathered ponies and the nodding of heads. I don't! And there was Pinkie Pie.
Dear fucking Lord, of course.
She inexplicably appeared as the front of the assembly, drawing looks of startled surprise from the others. Pinkie was seated on her haunches.
Wow,
with
hold on. Even when she weighs as much as a fucking elephant, she can still break the fourth wall. Amazing.
Pinkie was set on her haunches with an enormous box of baked goods in her hooves, already open and half eaten. The pink filly's immense belly was spread out all before her, and her plump face and curly mane were coated in sugar, frosting, jam, and sprinkles. She was by far the most sizable pony in the room.
Pinkie Pie, where did you come from? Why, from my room, silly. Where else would I come from? Space? Oh, that would be cool if I had a spaceship and I just touched down with that for a journey through.
Pinkie, if you were in space, you would have your own gravitational orbit.
Please tell me that was written. I mean, if it was not written, I still think it should have been in there.
I just said that myself.
Yep.
Isn't that a Family Guy joke?
Sort of. No, I mean, oh, never mind. Okay, since you're here, we might as well skip the speech and just get to the business at hand. Thank God.
We don't, yeah, because sometimes
I'm
Twilight...
not going to question how Pinkie got in there with her fat ass, but I'm glad she did.
She couldn't hide the disappointment at being denied the chance to read out her speech. Oh, lighten up.
Oh, calm down, Twi.
Everything doesn't require a speech.
Or...
About to confront a close friend about a problem they were having and being there for that friend when they needed them. She had been really proud of this one. Oh,
You're proud of all your speeches, bitch. Don't get it twisted.
Yikes, Twilight, you need to get out more often.
we were going to talk
Let
to
me drop you in the club and
about
play
it.
Daft Punk is playing at my house.
Tonight. You were? Pinkie asked. Her face was alive with delight as ever. Yes, and what we were going to discuss was you. You're the reason we're here tonight. I am? Twilight wished Pinkie would stop looking at her like that. It was only making this so much harder.
Grow some balls, Twilight. Tell her.
It's not so much Twilight, it's the fact that Pinkie Pie is just so cute when she's oblivious.
Yes, dear. You have a problem, Pinkie Pie. A big problem, quipped up Rarity. I do?
Oh god, I get the feeling Rainbow Dash is just going to interject, "You're fat!" Because he's not going to get it.
Took the lead. I'm afraid so, Sugar Cube. She took off her hat and approached her friend looking forlorn. This is hard for me to say, Pink, but I wouldn't be honest to myself or you if I just kept my mouth shut on the matter. And that goes up for the rest of us as well. We think you're heading down a dangerous route, and as your friends, we gotta call you out on it. The gathered assembly of ponies voiced their agreements. Pinkie was now anxious looking. Her eyes desperately searched AJ's face for a clue as to what could possibly be wrong.
What is it, Applejack? What's wrong? Did I do something wrong? Am I in trouble? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do it, whatever it was.
No, Pink, you ain't in trouble. At least, not in the way that you're thinking of.
Yeah, I don't think even saying that she's in trouble for anything, period, would help here.
The reason why we're going to talk to you tomorrow is to tell you Applejack stopped. Inhale deeply and say to what everyone thought. Pinkie Pie, you've gotten fat.
Let it sink in, people. Let it sink in.
Either Pinkamena will show up in a minute, or I don't know, but something bad's gonna happen. I can sense it.
The assembled ponies held their collective breaths. Pinkie Pie just looked at Applejack with a blank expression.
Oh
Dash
dear,
and
don't tell me she
Rarity
doesn't
were both-
comprehend.
Dash and Rarity were both avoiding the gazes of anyone else, with Dash rubbing the back of her head and Rarity fidgeting with her front hooves. Spike looked more uncomfortable than Twilight had ever seen him. Fluttershy looked like she was on the verge of tears. The CMCs were all looking at Pinkie with sad little faces. Mr. and Mrs. Cake each came over and put a comforting hoof on Pinkie. The doctor, looking quite serious, cleared his throat and nodded slowly in agreement with what AJ had just said. Twilight bit her lip.
Wait, the doctor. Hold on, the doctor. Are we talking? You know which doctor?
It just says the doctor. It just says the doctor.
I know that. It just says the doctor.
I'm afraid I don't know.
I'm afraid we're going to
get
deal
the
with
Sonic
that
probe.
doctor.
Twilight bit her
Sonic
lip
probe.
in apprehension. It was now out in the open, and this was her idea. If this went wrong, the fallout would be all her fault. Oh, fallout.
You better hurry now before she
not a
goes
question.
crazy.
Woo!
Pinkie Pie answered, and...
What?
Oh my God! You did not just do that. No, you did not. You did not.
Pinkie Pie was fun. And that's it, Sugar Cube. We all think you're fat, and we thought we should tell you that. H replied. Pinkie Pie didn't answer for a moment, and then...
Oh, so that's what this is all about, my Pudge. Oh boy, whew! You really had me worried there for a second. I thought I was in big trouble or something.
What?
You are in big trouble! You are the big trouble!
That's it.
Ladies and
That's
gentlemen,
it.
we are
done.
almost at Gonzo breaking point. We're almost at Gonzo breaking point.
Wait, you're...
Fuck this! My breaking point will be me to conclude this prematurely!
Wait, you're not upset?
Twilight asked.
Of course not, silly. Why would I be?
Pinkie had returned to eating the baked goods. At this moment, Fluttershy completely broke down in tears and floated over to hug Pinkie, who gladly returned it. Aww.
Aw, there, Fluttershy. Aw, don't cry. It's okay. Your old Auntie Pinkie Pie's here for you. Want a cupcake? Ha! Told ya!
Dash called out with returned bravado and confidence.
I knew she wouldn't care. Nothing gets Pinkie Pie down, right, Pinkie? Nope.
Pinkie Pie said over the sobbing yellow Pegasus, now with a great toothy smile.
So you knew you gained weight and you don't care?
Apple Bloom plucked up.
Sure I knew. How could I not? And yes, there was a time when I was worried about it, but I got over that ages ago. I know all my sandals have stopped fitting me, and my back collapsed, and I fell to the floor of Sugar Cube Corner, but on the plus side, at least now there's more of me to share around. A lot more. I can use my big jelly belly tummy as a big soft cushion when laying down, which is pretty comfy. Oh!
You know what? I think we'll take the many copies of Pinkie Pie we'll be enduring Saturday than this. I fucking welcome it.
I think we prefer the clones over the fat one.
Why? Do you all care that I'm fat?
Pinkie Pie, asked the doctor in an inquisitive tone, is there any particular reason you can think of as to why you've become so heavy? The others told me that when you came home from your parents' farm, you mentioned your mother's cooking a lot. I'm assuming that you enjoyed it quite often while you were out there. Why was that?
Well, we farmers always have big hearty meals as a reward for a hard day's work. And when I got sad and lonely from missing you guys so much, Mama Pie would make me a big plate of her chocolate fudge brownies.
How big we talking here?
They were so good, all chocolatey and moist. I wish I had some right now.
Yes, she's drooling.
Oh, actually, I just realized something. If you go to Sugar Cube Corner, there is nothing with chocolate in it.
Holy shit.
Holy crap, how is that possible?
So
All the
Pinkie
things-
Pie began to drool heavily over herself and the sobbing Fluttershy.
Crap.
Clean up on aisle Fluttershy.
Yeah. Where's the mop?
Pinkie, said the doctor. Pinkie didn't answer. She was just mumbling incomprehensibly.
Pinkie Pie's in Homer Simpson mode.
Gonzo?
Yes.
Huh? Oh, sorry, Dr. Brownie. I was just brownie about those brownies and those sweet, sweet brownies.
More! More about the brownies!
Now I want brownies.
I don't have any money for brownies!
I have a sudden craving for brownies.
I don't even know how much I have on my food stamps card for any sort of sweets.
And how often would your mother make you these brownies every day? The doctor cut in before she continued.
3 times. Yes, 3 times every day, at least. They were nowhere near as good as hanging out with you guys, but they sure did help me cope without you. I said
Brownies 3 times a day. Holy crap. I would kill for a meal like that.
Well, I must say, I'm touched by that today, Jay.
And you didn't do a lot of exercise while you were out there, did you, Pinkie Pie? The doctor continued.
No, not really. I was too busy eating brownies and help looking after Papa Pie to do any of that.
Ah, well, that explains everything.
It does?
Yes, it's perfectly
Nice
simple.
British accent, by the way.
Yes, it's perfectly simple. To cope with the loneliness and isolation of being separated from your friends for all those months, you turn to food as a substitute for social interaction. By feasting upon these brownies, you will try to fill the hole in your being that is normally occupied by your friends. And that is a pretty big hole to fill. Combine that with a lack of physical activity, and that is the reason why you've gained all this weight. But what's more, a vicious cycle has been placed in motion. You become so used to comfort eating, now you can't stop, and your decreased fitness levels is only exacerbating the problem.
Oh, said Pinkie Pie.
She looked sadly at the box of baked goods. Fluttershy still cried and hugged her friend.
So that's it. She just needs exercise and proper diet. That's my specialty.
The Rainbow Mane Pegasus flew over to Pinkie.
You leave everything to me,
Okay, that
pal.
doesn't even make sense. That
Uh,
doesn't make sense. How can dieting be her specialty? Hello?
well,
Moving
she's sleek and thin.
I'll get rid of this pud of yours. Give me 3 weeks and I'll have you back your normal bounty self.
$5 say that it fails 3 weeks.
Yeah. Something tells me it's going to take longer.
Like that, but I read a similar fic like that one, but it was Twilight Sparkle being fat, and it turned out neither Applejack nor Rainbow Dash won that bet. Rare.
Yes, let's
But
all help
eating-
Pinkie Pie be this eating obsession. While I said with apple enthusiasm. We can help too, said Apple Bloom.
And she and her fellow
Oh god,
pursuers-
no, here it comes. No,
She
no,
and her
no,
fellow
no,
pursuers
no,
sprang
no,
into
so much
action
no.
and jumped onto Pinkie Pie's back.
No,
What?
Yes.
no, no,
She and her
no.
fellow pursuers sprang into action, leaping onto Pinkie Pie's back.
Oh god, no.
And they all jumped up and down.
Please tell me you're kidding.
Nope.
Oh, no.
I think I lost.
Keiro?
I
Are you
think we
still
lost
alive?
him.
I really was kidding, you know.
Oh my god.
I really was kidding. It's all good.
I can't breathe.
Anyways.
Get the rope off your neck now!
What do you think of this then,
There's no
Pinkie?
rope. I can't breathe.
Okie dokie dokie, she said with a big beaming smile.
Oh boy, let's see where this goes, shall we?
Is there a time skip?
Chapter 7. Twilight poured herself a fresh cup of coffee. She blew on it before taking a sip.
Whoa. They drink coffee in Equestria?
Yeah,
There's our
apparently.
check-in, so apparently coffee exists in Equestria, Gonzo.
Oh, good. They can have my Folgers that I haven't used in
I
months.
know I'll feel at home.
Then she slumped back into her seat at the kitchen table and sighed. It was impossible to tell if it was a sigh of content or a sigh of gloom. On the table before her were some medical spell books. She had been studying them for most of the night. On the page of the chunky doorstopper she had returned to reading was the title, Chapter 3, Liposuction. It was almost a month now into Pinkie Pie's weight loss regime, and things were not going well at all.
You were right. Nobody. No, I don't think nobody is going to help her lose the weight.
Why do I get
On
the
the night-
feeling Pinkie Pie is going to be so big she's going to start eating all of Ponyville? Why do I get
On the night of the intervention, the fillies had all pledged to help Pinkie slim back down to her pre-Rock Farm weight, and to help her control her confectionery lust, just as Pinkie had pledged not to eat any more unhealthy junk food. Although Twilight did persuade Pinkie to allow her to cast an appetite suppression spell on her each week, similar to the one she had used on the Paris Sprites. Why do I have the feeling that we're completely batshit wrong?
Let me guess.
Like
She'll
I
be
said,
eating.
she's eating Ponyville.
They all sincerely believed that teamwork and the magic of friendship would give them all the strength needed to help them achieve their aim. Oh, how misguided they were. Their initial optimism was shattered almost as soon as they got the pink pony up on the scales the next day. Twilight Sparkle had been shocked to discover that Pinkie was just under 10 stone overweight.
Oh God, I hate it when they use that for weight. I can never figure that out.
Rainbow Dash's
Anybody
boast
got
of
a
slimming...
somebody tell me? Anybody got a conversion chart? Anybody?
I don't know. Rainbow Dash's boasts of slimming Pinkie down in 3 weeks were now
Somebody call
out-
Drew McIntyre. He must know.
Even she herself had admitted that almost immediately, and at the weigh-in that morning, they were all dismayed to know that Pinkie had barely shed half a stone.
Okay.
If I remember correct, I think the Spanish commentators in WWE said it once. I think a stone is like about 20 pounds. I think. I don't know. I have
At
to
the
look it up.
beginning of this seemingly impossible undertaking, the ponies had cleared Pinkie's home of all the unhealthy traits which were the primary cause of her ballooning weight.
Oh wait, right there. There's a problem. She lives above a bakery. Wouldn't it have been easier to just move her somewhere else for the duration of her diet?
It hadn't been an easy task. Pinkie Pie at the time didn't seem to realize that attempting to lose weight meant no more cakes, candy, or muffins. At all. Period. And she didn't take the revelation
Oh man,
well.
I wanted another Mad Muffin joke.
She didn't take that revelation well. Even though she had pledged not to eat any of the treats and had magically barred from doing so, apparently she still wanted her home littered with them. Blech.
Well, duh. Fourth wall breaking powers.
Twilight had been amazed at just how much of a resistance Pinkie could put up when her snacks were under threat. She remembered how herself, AJ, and Dash had been forced to rush her, and how she had used her immense bulk to absorb the impact of their charge and send them flying straight back out of the room with the recoil effect.
Ricola.
No, you're doing it wrong.
No, I know. I heard.
Ricola!
Damn.
No, but I think what Shadow meant to say was recoil.
That's what I meant. That's what I said. Recoil.
It sounded like you said Ricola, though.
Let's continue.
Anyways. Her friends had eventually been forced, with great difficulty, to tie her down in order to prevent her from hindering their efforts at detreating her home, but they eventually relocated and removed all of them. Twilight had to admit some of the hiding places were quite imaginative, and others best not thought about.
Okay, let's just keep it that way.
Oh, wait. We have to also account. I don't think they accounted for the fact that Pinkie Pie just might have treats hidden across Ponyville for treat emergencies.
The Cutie Mark Crusaders had helped to get rid of most of the treats, the ones that were still eatable anyway. Twilight remembered with a smile the sight of the 3 bloated and overstuffed little fillies, faces stained with chocolate and sugar and unable to move under their own power anymore, swearing to never touch any confectionery ever again, and I'm going to shoot my fucking self now for even having to read that.
Are we
I'm hoping
done?
that was from another fanfic and not canon.
No, it's not done. It's just, wow, that was actually pretty hard to read. Nah, who am I kidding? I've seen sicker
Monster
shit.
Air.
I've seen sicker shit. Let's continue. The fact that 3 ponies were completely defeated by barely half the food Pinkie Pie had hoarded really highlighted the gravity of the situation.
Wait. They ate all of her treats?
They try to eat as much of the treats as possible to avoid Pinkie Pie gaining weight.
Oh my god. Now we got 4 fat... no.
Yes.
No, what? No.
Well, actually, let's just say that the Creamy Crusaders won't be ballooning like Pinkie Pie because they sworn off sweets
Yes.
forever.
Yes.
God, this ain't canon.
Yes. In the aftermath of the purge, though, Pinkie did apologize to her friends for being so difficult once she began to accept the situation, particularly to Fluttershy, who suffered mild injuries and trauma when the frantic party pony sat on her in order to prevent her taking away all the gingerbread ponies.
What?
I was
She
almost
fucking-
done, and then that came along, and I
She-
was like...
Pinkie, Pudgy Pie fucking sat on Fluttershy.
Oh my god. How did that...
Insert Uncle Phil joke here.
Twilight had been forced to levitate Pinkie with her magic in order to free Fluttershy. It had taken a surprising amount of effort.
Suddenly, I'm tempted. I really want to see ponies dancing to Carlton. Can somebody find me some?
After the
I
battle
just want to
of
see...
the apartment, each one of her friends had then taken it upon themselves to help her lose the Pudge in their own way, corresponding with their own unique talents and specialties. Twilight Sparkle, as the most organized of the group, had been self-appointed, with the consent of the others, as overall coordinator of the weight loss program. Working with the advice of the others, she devised both a diet plan and an exercise regime which, by her own calculations, should have helped Pinkie
I would call
shed
it
2
Weight
stone by
Watchers for ponies.
how Pinkie Pie's Pudge refused to budge, hey, that rhymes, went against
Hey,
all
Sakura,
known
what you doing?
science.
Let's,
Every
okay.
time I hear a rhyme, that's what I'm gonna do. Hey, Sakura, what's up?
Okay, let's try
Rainbow
that again.
Dash had taken it upon herself to act as Pinkie Pie's personal trainer. Each morning, Pinkie would be awoken by the shrieking sound of Dash's whistle. After some quick and simple 5-minute warm-ups, which would leave Pinkie badly sweat-soaked and short of breath, Dash would then make Pinkie canter once around Ponyville with shouting words of encouragement through a bullhorn. Some were less encouraging than others, though.
I can't hear you, maggot. Let's see you burn some weight.
Come on, move it, Pinkie Pie! Pick up the pace, you big blubber butt!
So that's it, huh?
Dashy!
The hurt was evident in Pinkie's voice and her eyes.
Alright, I'm sorry.
That was completely uncalled for, Dash said sincerely, stroking the bullhorn. She looked embarrassed and deeply ashamed of herself.
Queen of Subtlety. Right there.
Once Pinkie had completed Dash's portion of the exercise routine, it was off to the gym with Rarity, so apparently those exist in Equestria too, Gonzo.
Well,
I
spas
wouldn't be
exist in Equestria. Why not gyms?
So does karate classrooms.
It was off to the gym with Rarity for 20 minutes of aerobics. So,
Okay, you... Incoming Jeff Dunham joke.
anyways, Rarity, fit and alert in her purple leotard and sweatpants.
Oh, dear Lord, no. Cannot unsee. Cannot unsee.
You've got that stuck
My
in your head
eyes,
worse.
the goggles do nothing.
You got that stuck on your head worse than when Joey had the image of Twilight Ayani stuck in his head when I said it.
Twilight Ayani?
Yes.
You ship that crap?
I said I said to Joey.
Or did you mean
'cause-
like Ayane with a Twilight reskin?
I was saying to Joey because he made a My Little Pony joke and it sounded like Generations Let's Play, and he said, "I wonder if I could do that in Ninja Gaiden." And I said, "Maybe Twilight Ayane." And then he's like, "Great, it's stuck in my head. No, that ain't leaving."
I missed something.
I haven't seen that one. But no, but what did he mean by that? Did he mean like, did he ship Twilight and Ayane, or did he mean like an Ayane reskin that make her look like Twilight?
Twilight and Ionic combined, basically.
Yep. Fusion. Reskin.
Yes.
Moving on. We're getting off track
Yes.
again. Okay, moving on.
Their purple leotards and sweatbands made a stark contrast to the gasping, sweat-soaked Pinkie Pie in her ill-fitting pink tracksuit.
Keep at it, Pinkie Pie.
Oh! I thought you said it was Pinkie the one wearing the leotard. Okay, never mind. Okay, image is gone. Okay, I'm good.
Keep at it, Pinkie Pie. You can do it.
Rarity said as she stepped on her office steps. She shot her friend the biggest, most encouraging smile she could possibly muster as the thumping beat of the gym's motivational music played in the background. Rarity. What was the name of that fitness instructor?
What?
Roy Rich, I think.
What now?
What was the name of that fucking fitness instructor who was always over enthusiastic?
Richard Simmons?
Rarity Simmons, everybody.
Now that I cannot unsee. I'm
Rarity.
unsee. Damn it.
I'm Rarity Simmons, and I'm here to make you lose some weight. Come on now.
Shake your feet, shake your feet. Oh my god, no. No!
I'm deep, darling.
What? What?
Don't forget you were gonna do fabulous, darling. Now, bump. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Thank God we don't have. Thank God we don't have enough fans to merit fan art. Because if somebody drew that, I swear to God, I would kill myself.
Do not do that! I know there's some artists that are on a stream, so don't!
If you do it, I swear to God, I will come to your house and murder you. Don't do it!
Rarity!
Okay, let's just go on. Let's just go.
Rarity, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Guess Pinkie Pie.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I get the
Okay.
feeling she's gonna say it kind of tastes like cupcakes.
okay. Time to call it quits then.
She tried not to do the same. Applejack had taken it upon herself to supply all the food for Pinkie's night. Following the purge of party food, she had stocked up Pinkie Pie's fridge with lettuce, cucumbers, celery, and apples. Mostly celery.
Yeah, apples, yeah. That works.
Celery!
Fruits and vegetables, and mostly
I
vegetables.
called that one.
Fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. I fucking went there.
I love fruit salad. It's delicious.
I wish I had fruit salad.
Y'all leave everything to me, Pink. I'll keep it stocked up on veggies till the cows come home.
Cow filly probably declared each time she delivered the weekly batch of vegetables.
Yeah,
Yeah, her
veggies.
cow.
Veggies are... Yeah.
Replied Pinkie with a brave face.
She's never eaten vegetables before in her life, has she?
Oh,
Unless,
God.
of course, they were.
Now,
Unless,
oh,
of course, they were.
jeez, we've got Fluttershy's bit now.
Let's just go now. What now?
Fluttershy, too, had been playing her part. Although the little Pegasus had been apprehensive when near the still massively plump pink pony after the incident in the apartment, she had eventually agreed to teach Pinkie Pie yoga.
Oh.
Yoga?
Apparently now yoga is existent in Equestria now.
Although it does make all those it makes all those Flutter Mac clock fix I read make more sense.
Oh wait,
Unfortunately-
also what about the contortionist I ended up seeing in Hurricane Fluttershy? That explains everything.
Unfortunately,
explains
they had to cease and desist their sessions permanently after only one afternoon. Oh God!
How'd that happen?
Pinkie
I
Pie had
guess something
fallen-
was seen that should not have been seen.
Pinkie Pie had fallen over on her friend again. Fluttershy was left in a neck brace after the accident and was in no state to teach yoga to any pony. Good God!
Oh dear God. Okay, instead of seeing
My
something
condolences to
unseeable.
Fluttershy.
Oh dear God, Fluttershy. Oh dear. I'm not really liking this fanfic.
I'm sorry I can't teach you yoga anymore, Pinkie.
She said to her friend as Pinkie Pie continued to sob and hug her. The brace made the once graceful Pegasus move in a stiff and jerky manner.
I don't care about that. I put you in the hospital again, Fluttershy. I'm a terrible pony. Oh, no.
Again? What? Again? What?
Hello, he already said that in the apartment Fluttershy ended up being squished once, and now she's squished
I
again
didn't hear
during
that
the
part.
yoga.
Okay, continue. Okay, I didn't hear that part. Continue.
Will do.
Oh, no, you're not. Really. I mean, even though you feel like it, You really aren't. And besides, it was an accident this time.
And yet, despite all this hardship, they had achieved virtually nothing. The look of absolute and totally crushing hopelessness on Pinkie Pie's face when she saw how little weight she had lost that morning had really struck a chord in her friends' hearts. The sad Pinkie was absolutely soul-destroying to see. And this was why Twilight was now reading over these spell books. Desperate times called for desperate measures. It had been Spike who suggested that Twilight use her magic in some way to help slim Pinkie down. Then Rarity suggested the liposuction spell, claiming that most celebrity
ponies.
Celebronies. I almost said celebronies.
Celebronies.
Celoponies had underwent the procedure without incident. Initially, Twilight had refused. She'd said they should...
So apparently they have cosmetic surgery in Equestria.
Apparently.
Apparently
A healthy lifestyle change is what was needed, not a quick fix. But now, Twilight yawned. She was too tired to convince studying. She used her magic to close the book shut and prepare to go to bed. In the morning, she would ask Pinkie what she wanted to do.
I don't think Pinkie would know. That was just going to be an
Chapter
hour-long
8.
thing.
Chapter 8. In her apartment above Sugar Cube Corner, a barely conscious Pinkie Pie was laying flat out on the floor upon her belly, once again left utterly exhausted by her daily exercise regime. She made a feeble effort to eat the celery on the plate in front of her. Her misery at having to eat the veggie couldn't be more evident. Behind her, Gummy the alligator was busy dragging her sweat-soaked tracksuit to the laundry pile. Pinkie had been left so exhausted by today's exercise, not only had she not been able to make it to the pile, but she had needed her pet's help in getting the tracksuit off her, too. Yeesh.
I don't envy Gummy in that situation, I don't.
After finishing the celery stalk, she sighed and rolled onto her back, her massively overplump body, barely decreasing girth by all the punishment she had been subjected to these past weeks, jiggled and wobbled as she did so.
Oh, I can't do this anymore, Gummy.
Pink Pony lamented with a groan. Her great belly was rising and falling with her heavy breathing, and there were the beginnings of tears in her bright blue eyes. Oh, God.
Oh, great.
Well, okay, I'm getting onto the
I
desk
just can't
again.
do it. All this exertion, all this burning pain, all this sweaty, smelly stickiness, all this...
Whoa, buddy, did you just say slutty, sticky, sweet...
Sweaty! Sweaty! Why do you think it's slutty, you perverted fuck?
All this injuring my best friends, all this celery, I just can't do it.
She wiped sweat off her brow, then sizzled under her right front leg. This action made her winkle her muzzle in disgust.
Ew, I'm so gross right now. I smell worse than Mr. Cake's socks.
Oh, implying he did
That's
wear
what?
socks.
Be a
What?
dear,
Smells
Gummy.
worse than what?
Mr. Cake's socks.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard you say Miss Piggy's socks. I'm like, did you come up with it?
Be a dear,
No, not
Gummy.
her.
Back, please. That's a good boy.
Full alligator finished with the tracksuit, rotated on the spot and blinked his trademark blink before scuttling off towards the bathroom. That
At this
morning,
point, you gotta know. I think Gummy has to know that some shit's about to go down.
That morning had been a particularly tough one. Rainbow Dash had made her canter even further than usual today. She claimed that she obviously had been pushing her friend hard enough, otherwise she still wouldn't be so fat. Dash apologized to Pinkie for going to soften her and promised to push her harder and harder from now on. The
I
thought of
think
this...
in the edit, hold on. Before we go any further, I think in the editing for this whole freaking segment, we should just have Weird Al Yankovic singing "I'm Fat" on loop throughout the whole thing, just to make it.
Ha!
Well, I've never used the phone booth and never seen my toes. When I'm going to the movies, I take up 7 rows because I'm fat. I'm fat. Shamon. You know I'm fat. You know it. Call me Pudge, Portly, or South to tell me once again who's fat.
Who's fat?
Okay, let's continue let's just see if that particular fatty is gonna be a skinny.
We need her as skinny again, or else Clapfix featuring her won't be the same.
Things hadn't been any better with Rarity after the daily canter either. The poor fashionista had slipped a large puddle of sweat which always formed around Pinkie Pie when she was working out in the gym. The unicorn went down hard and badly twisted her leg in the process. Ouch.
There that goes. Now two friends
looks
are
like
out.
She's gonna be injuring every person she knows until the point where she's driven to the point where she thinks it's her fault. She blames herself. She goes insane, turns into Pinkie blob, and starts eating everything.
Or just plain.
Rarity did her best to underplay the whole thing, but it had been obvious to Pinkie that her friend was in tremendous pain. Combined with the memories of what had happened with Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie's sadness began to reach critical levels. Oh, fuck.
I called it. I called it.
Now what?
Some friends I get slim,
She whispered.
and I'm not. I've heard them so much. I'm a terrible pony.
Tears began to flow slowly down her cheeks. Her bright pink coat and her bright blue eyes began to dull, and there was a faint trace of air escaping from her deflating balloon as her puffy, curly cotton candy mane began to ever so slowly straighten out on its own. Every pony run!
Ah, no! She's got depressed! Next thing you know, she'll go mad!
Every pony run!
God,
Save yourself!
God, reap the sinners. God has come to reap the sinners. God has come to reap the sinners. God has come to reap the sinners.
At that moment, there was a knock upon the door. Pinkie Pie wiped her face clean of tears and sweat. "Come in," she called out flatly. There was a sound of the door opening gently, and then the sound of hooves clopping over... Hooves clopping. On the wooden floor as the visitor entered her room. Pinkie Pie couldn't see who it was, though, not over the vast amount of her huge belly, and she was too exhausted still, and now too miserable, to bother shifting her position for a better look. Whoever it was, though, she hoped that they couldn't see her tears. "Pinkie Pie?" "Oh, hey, Twilight. How are you doing today?" she replied. She fought to keep her sobs under control. "I'm fine, thank you. Pinkie, are you okay?" her friend asked. Her voice was full of concern. Pinkie Pie decided to muster the strength needed to sit upright after all. She didn't look Twilight in the face, but she did answer her question. No, not really. I'm actually pretty down right now, Twilight," Pinkie said in a completely flat tone. Twilight now saw the deflated, straightened mane and the donuts in Pinkie's watery eyes. Oh, God.
It's sad.
Twilight, run. Run if you value your life.
No. Maybe Twilight should suggest this now. She should suggest the liposuction.
I
pretty
don't
down
think it's
because-
gonna help, buddy.
I'm pretty
I don't
down
think it's gonna
because I'm a big, fat, tubby mess of goo who can't lose any weight and breaks promises to her friends and who hurts them when they're only trying to help her.
There was a sound of running water and a gentle steam coming from the bathroom now. Pinkie looked over to it and sighed before continuing.
And I'm wasting time in hot water running a bath I can't even finish it properly anymore. I'm a pathetic, plump, pony hurting.
Oh, I see what Twilight's trying to do.
Pinkie practically spat the last word out. Then her lips began to tremble, and she buried her head in her hooves and began to openly cry.
What was that
Wait,
last
wait,
word?
I know what. I think I know what Twilight's doing.
What?
Son of a bitch!
What was the
Turn
last
on the water,
word,
there's steam
really?
filling the room. There's steam filling the room. She turned on the water. There's steam filling the room. She's making her room into a sauna. Yeah?
Without a word, Twilight Sparkle, herself now teary-eyed, went over and hugged her friend tightly. She left Pinkie Pie to cry herself out into her shoulder. After a few moments, she took hold of Pinkie firmly and said, "Pinkie Pie, you are not a punk, and you haven't broken any promises to any of your friends. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? You promised you would try your very best to lose a Pudge, and you did. You really, really did try. That's all any pony could ask of you. Others and I can plainly see that. You've done the exercise of Rainbow Dash and Rarity every single day. They've told me how hard you've been pushing yourself, and how proud they are of you for it. And I know that you've stuck to the diet because you would have starved otherwise. I know my magic, and there's no way you could have willingly eaten any junk food while under that spell. But I heard Rarity and Fluttershy. Hey, no pain, no gain. And that applies to all of us," said Twilight defiantly. "And besides, we're accidents, right?
So.
No pony can blame you for an accident. Incidentally, what exactly happened with you and Rarity in the gym? She twisted her ankle and when she accidentally slipped and fell in my sweat puddle. Oh! Well, you see? You even said it yourself. An accident! The first time with Fluttershy wasn't an accident, though. I deliberately sat on her that time." Ooh.
Yeah, that didn't help.
Oh,
her case.
oh God, no! What?
Uh,
What? I thought that was an accident. What?
The yoga was an accident.
First time.
Oh, you mean? Wait, why? But why? I don't. Did I miss something here? I missed something here.
He was going for sweets.
Oh! It's like stay away from my sweets. Yeah, okay, I got it. Moving.
Anyways.
Okay, moving on.
But she got over that quickly enough, didn't she? And she was walking around and flying again time for a while.
Stay away from my sweets.
Let's not go there.
None of us are.
Yeah, I better not.
Hey, stay out of my shit.
I really hate that.
I actually like how in the preview that Max showed at Equestria LA how looks like Pink Fluttershy got reformed apparently.
I hate to break it to you, but Inverted ended up telling me some news about him.
Hot Diggity Demon's hard drive was wiped. He lost everything.
What?
He tweeted it.
Happened?
He tweeted it. He wasn't joking. It just, bam, happened.
Fucking ass.
I'm afraid so.
And now I'm pissed.
Let's just see. Let's just continue on. Maybe there's some happy ending to all this misery.
The only happy ending I could see here is there's a possible orgy in the end, but I don't even think that's going to happen.
No, we're dealing.
Yeah.
Either that or Pinkie Pie eats everybody, but that still wouldn't be a happy ending.
No, let's just continue on, Inverted, and let's just find a happy ending.
Why can't I lose my Pudge, Twilight? Why am I so fat still? Even with all the exercising and dieting and sweating, I'm still supersized. You know things about stuff, what gives?
I don't know, Pinkie. It's a mystery, all right. But listen, I think I found a way to help you and end this once and for all.
You have?
Yes, but to do so will require you to give me your permission. It involves more magic, you see? Advanced magic. And I understand that it can be unpleasant, potentially. And there might be some small risks involved as well. But if it works, you'll be back to your previous weight in no time at all.
Really? What is it? Whatever it is, I'll do it.
Now hold on, Pinkie. I haven't explained what it is yet. You need to fully understand the potential implications of this procedure before you can truly decide whether or not you want to go through it with it. It's called liposuction. It's often used by celebrities to... Your bathroom's flooding.
Oh shit!
Celeb ponies. Even I came up with the word and I couldn't say it.
Pinkie shifted her way to see what Twilight was talking about. Water was now seeping into the bedroom from the bathroom. Steam was pouring out of there, and by the sound of things, the taps were still on. Then Gummy the alligator, his expression that as emotionless as ever, came skidding into the bedroom atop a massively oversized yellow rubber duck. When the duck came to a halt, just made blink.
Wait, massively oversized? Wait, did Twilight somehow magically make the thing bigger?
I don't know. When the duck came to a halt, blinked his trademark blink, and it started gumming the duck's head. I'm the only one who finds that sounds dirty.
No. Yeah. Let's just continue.
Yes.
Let's see if we can get through this
Gummy.
before midnight.
Oh, Gummy, you so silly.
Said Pinkie with a chuckle. Some of the brightest began to return to the pink pony. Okay, crisis averted, every pony and everybody.
Okay, well, let's
we
just
will
see.
not be the same after this reading, I can tell you that.
Anyways.
Yes, let's go.
I forgot that I haven't taught him how to turn the taps off yet. He's still one lesson short. Silly forgetful me. Oh well, better help him out.
Pinkie Pie attempted to get up onto her hooves by herself, but she just couldn't manage it. After a few tries, she blushed and asked Twilight with a nervous laugh.
Little help?
Of course, said Twilight with a smile. Her horn then began to glow as she prepared to summon a powerful levitation spell. The end.
Seriously?
That was the last chapter. Yep.
What?
Yes.
Okay, might as well make it a safe assumption that she did win with a liposuction and that everything will be okay.
I'm not happy with that, man. Because it's magic, and obviously with Twilight's magic, there's side effects, so I'm thinking when she did it, instead it would make her even bigger, and then she would go on a rampage eating everybody and everything in Ponyville.
Well, we'll never find out, because the story was never finished.
Is it what's the status on the story? Does it say complete, incomplete, on hiatus?
Let me look up. Let's see. It still says in progress, and by the way, and it seems it was written and updated. Let's see. It was updated August 24th of last year.
Ah.
Over a year ago!
Yes.
I am one pissed off motherfucker right now.
And I thought my fanfic idea, or any of the fanfics I'm writing, was just plain fucking stupid. But evidently, I've been outdone.
And I actually thought I was a bad procrastinator by not following up on my fanfic ideas as well. But I hear this guy hasn't still says it's in progress and hasn't updated in over a year. I actually feel good with myself now because I've only taken a few months off. Like, this guy's taking a whole year off. I'm like, holy fuck.
Well, that's the Pudge.
Okay, let's just.
I'm still kind of disappointed though. It was good, and it broke me several times, but I'm still kind of disappointed.
Oh, you're bitching about being broken? I went on. I was about to end the live stream right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is why I listened and played SSX on tour at the same time, to be able to keep at least some amount of my sanity.
And, some more news. Game Grumps and Hot Diggity Demon confirmed for BronyCon 2013.
I won't be confirmed unless I know what's going to be happening. Because I don't really want to be dealing...
Isn't BronyCon 2013 going to be in Maryland as well?
I believe so. And also, it's going to be in August.
Yeah, I think I should ask my aunt if I can move in with her. I mean, I'm going to be in MagFest. I'm going to be in Maryland for MagFest anyway. Why not just stay there till BronyCon, you know?
Well, that's the story.
Maybe, how should we end this? Maybe we should, I don't know, I'm having way too much fun to end it now.
I'm a host, damn it. How about this? Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and Bofetta Fanboy of Mystery, you're cool. Fuck you all to hell!
Wow.
Oh, that's nice.
What the heck? What was that about, Gonzo?
I don't know. I just pulled something. I just pulled something on my ass that I seen from
David Letterman?
Nope.
Because David Letterman has this guy that sometimes comes in on skits where he just flips everybody off. He says, fuck David Letterman, fuck Paul Schaefer, and fuck...
I pulled something out of my ass that came from Half Baked.
Yeah!
Actually,
What is it good? Good for?
Absolutely.
oh, yeah, what is... Oh, yeah, what is...
Sing it again.
Seriously, where did it come from? Game Grumps is going to be there. Was it on Twitter or something? Because I didn't get no notice.
Isn't Ego Raptor one of the Game Grumps?
And it's been confirmed. Yes.
Ego Raptor is one of the Game Grumps, and he does the voice of Rarity in the Hot Diggity Demon Pony.mov series.
Supposedly.
No, he did the voice at Equestria LA, dude. He freaking nailed it. He freaking, like, sounded right. I saw the whole panel on YouTube. He does the voice.
I missed a lot of the panel because I was stuck outside and stuck on a...
Well, it is on YouTube. It is on YouTube. I think it's on the Everfree Network channel.
I'll deal with it later, though. Right now, I need to conclude this fucking thing.
It was hilarious because apparently it's Max's panel, but for some reason it just kept shifting back to Ego.
Seriously? This needs to be on YouTube, for the love of God.
I will. If we conclude now, I could probably have the video rendering overnight tonight.
Alright, good night, all you
Alright, good night,
sexy
everybody.
motherfuckers.
Good... keep on grumping. Go watch Game Grumps if you haven't.
Fair enough.
YouTube.com/GModerationMix. Go there.
Thank God
Okay.
that tomorrow for you guys in the cult that are interested, we're trying to see if I have the right fucking copy of, torrented of Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Ooh.
I just need to make sure I run.
Played some Jeff. I'd be happy if you just did some Jeff Dunham. I'd just be happy. Give me a ventriloquist with 350 puppets, and I'm happy. Well, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Good night, everybody.
I'm gonna see overnight if I have the right fucking copy, and I'll be seeing all you guys tomorrow. Good night, good luck, and good fucking riddance to you all.